I'm Batman. I'm Batman. I'm Batman. All right, so if you haven't picked up on it by now, today's podcast theme is clearly a little bit Batman, some superheroes. Welcome to I think it's the 9th episode of the Just True podcast. It's kind of flying by. Today we have Tyrell Myers on. He's a comic book enthusiast. Batman is his number one superhero. So I just had to, I had to cater to that a little bit for those watching, obviously. He runs a YouTube channel where he dives in depth about Batman and all things DC specifically. For those that are superhero fans and Marvel fans, you're gonna love this one. We dive into the whole history of Batman and Superman and DC, and we do stray a little bit into other topics, but it's great. I had a lot of fun. I do plan on having Tyrell back on again. Please leave your feedback. This one is very different from all the other podcasts we've had, so I'm looking forward to seeing what people think of it. And today's cocktail is called The Darkest Night. The cool one about this drink, I had to hunt this down. It does exist, but it is a black vodka. I wanted to kind of pay homage to Tyrell's favorite superhero character, Batman. And The Darkest Night comprises of 1 ounce black vodka, 1 ounce blue curacao, and 1 ounce black raspberry liqueur. I think any raspberry liqueur will work in this case. I like to chill the glass beforehand with some ice water so that glass is nice and cold. You can also put it in the freezer. You're gonna pour this in a glass, and then I garnished it with a lemon twist because Batman has a yellow symbol, black and yellow. That was kind of my play on this. And that is The Darkest Night. Oh, I forgot. I'm Batman.
Hey you, you're listening to Just True, Just True, Just True.
All right.
We are rolling on all fronts.
All right.
Wow, welcome Tyrell.
Yeah, thank you so much. This is great.
I'm so excited to talk about your favorite DC or your favorite superhero, Deadpool.
Yeah, he's great. He's awesome. Just the way he perfectly embodies that night vigilante.
Yes,
he's something else.
Yeah.
I mean, what's his real name again?
Bruce Wayne.
Wade Wayne.
Oh, Wade Wayne.
Wade
Ryan
Wayne.
Reynolds?
That's it. Yeah, Ryan Reynolds. Yeah.
Just kidding, everybody.
Batman.
Tyrell is a
Batman.
super Batman fan.
You know what's funny? I talk about it basically for a living, like DC and Batman.
Yeah.
All the time, and I don't get bored of it.
That's why you know that you love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought I was going to hit a point, maybe when I turned 18, 19. I was prepared. I'm like, you know what? It's going to come to an end. I think my love for this stuff, I'm always going to love it or like it at the very least, but I'm not going to be so hardcore into it. I'm going to move on to something else. And then here I am at 27. I'm like, this is still awesome.
This is the shit.
Yeah, I'm still into it hardcore.
Yeah, and they're
Yeah.
still making Batman films,
Mhm.
and they will continue to.
As long as it can pull in 700-800 million, why not? Just keep doing it.
Yeah, he's got to be like one of the biggest, if not the biggest. Like, I don't know, Superman's pretty big. I think with the whole Marvel universe, Iron Man is huge.
Yes. If you take Iron Man out of the movies, that's where I think things vastly change.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure like if there was anyone who's hardcore Marvel, they'd be like, shut your mouth. You don't know what you're talking about. However, from how I see it, I do think that once you move away from the films, Iron Man just becomes another dude. He's just another guy. It's like, oh, okay, he's another rich guy with a power suit, you know?
Yeah.
Whereas I think Batman is capable of being film, comic, animation, game, and like every day. Like if you see something Batman, likely 90% of people will be like, what's going on here? I want to see what this is all about.
When he's got this like mystique, almost like anti-hero
Yes.
in a way,
Mm-hmm.
whereas like Iron Man, he's a bit of a playboy, but I don't think he's anti-hero. Whereas Batman's
No.
like a little bit dark. Like has
Yeah.
a
Oh,
fucked up
Also, with Iron Man, it is very, yeah, I'm Iron Man, but as Tony, I do at least want to be known like, hey, I'm Tony Stark. I hope you like me in a way.
Yeah.
Whereas with Batman, it's like, I don't care. I'm not Bruce Wayne.
Yeah.
I'm Batman. His
Yeah.
alter ego is Bruce Wayne in a lot of instances. So
Yeah. He just wants to clean up the city.
1 square inch at a time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was reading somewhere that like geographically Gotham's supposed to be somewhere like near New Jersey. Is that
Yes.
true? Okay.
Yeah.
So that's true.
It would be like talking about it like it's real geography. Wild. Yeah, it would be somewhere in between New York City and so okay, from how they always made it simplified is if you were in Gotham, it's 45 minutes to New Jersey.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah.
If it did exist.
But you have to cross over like a harbor because I think like Manhattan, Gotham is surrounded by rivers.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very neat.
So,
and why DC? Why not Marvel?
the simplest answer is Batman.
Batman.
At the end of the day, that would be that would be the easiest way to be like conversation over. It's because of Batman. However, I think going a little deeper into it, I think the bigger reason is because once I got into Batman, I got into the rest of the DC universe. And then because at one point, a lot of people, when they're not necessarily into comic books the way maybe I am, they'll look at Superman and they'll say, boring, next. What, a guy who is indestructible, he cannot be beaten by anybody. Why do I care about this guy? If he can't struggle, what's the interest in the character? Now, once again, that's like the base level of looking at Superman, because that's not true. But how can you blame someone who's not into comics that way to sit here and dedicate time to Superman, right? That's how they're going to feel about the character. So once I got out of that, like Superman is not just black and white. There's actually a lot, like there's a lot more to him that's not so simplistic. That's when like it started to trickle down to every character. Once I did it for Batman, I did it for Superman. Then I went for Wonder Woman, Green Lantern, Flash, and then all the background characters. And then that's where like the love of DC solidified completely.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, more than Marvel.
And is this through comics?
Comics, the cartoons, like you guys remember like Justice League animated.
So I
Yeah.
grew up with Justice League, and that was like my first taste of like superheroes. This is before Marvel movies and all that stuff. So, and I wasn't like a comic guy, but I watched the hell out of that show.
Yeah,
it was so cool. And then there was a Justice League game for PS2.
Oh, Justice League Heroes or something.
Me and Hayden used to play the shit out of that.
It
thing.
was top down.
Yes. So cool.
Played it on Nintendo.
It was so good.
Yeah.
So good.
Yeah.
They need to redo that.
Yeah. And a lot of times too, because a lot of people will like ask me once again, why DC over Marvel? Because when you look at Marvel, they're huge.
Yeah.
Like nothing's ever touching what Marvel has done. And even as I'm not even a big fan of their movies. Even I can admit, like no one is ever going to do what they've done, right? However, when you look at the 90s, the 2000s, and maybe I want to say like 2010 to 2012, DC was on fire on like every cylinder. They had the Dark Knight trilogy, right? Which is probably one of the best films of all time, let alone comic movies. Of course, Christopher Reeve Superman, inspirational, for their time and even today. You had the Batman Arkham games. Those were some of the best video games I've ever played. The Justice League animated series, Batman the animated series, the Teen Titans show.
Oh, Teen Titans,
right?
One of my favorites.
So good.
Yeah.
So DC really dominated. And now you really ask yourself, during that time, what was Marvel doing outside of Spider-Man and X-Men? Even like they just were not as high as DC was in the 90s, 2000s. Very,
Yeah,
very
they had
early.
Hulk in 2003,
Yeah.
which I really liked that first movie.
That one was so weird because like I'll never get this scene out of my brain. It's the one where they're in the woods and the Hulk is like 12 feet tall and he's fighting dogs,
Yeah, mutant dogs.
mutant dogs.
Yeah.
And like the dogs are giving him a hard time.
Yeah,
I'm like, this guy can create earthquakes.
yeah,
Why are dogs hurting him?
yeah, yeah. I guess so. I mean, like when you're more in depth than I am, I'm
Then
like,
you'll know, right?
as a 10-year-old kid, I'm like, oh, this is so
I was
cool.
gonna-
Yeah, yeah.
Hulk.
And see, that's exactly what it is. And I think that a big chunk of why Marvel has now dominated is that general audience. They got them. Anyone who considers themselves to be a general audience for these types of movies, Marvel has the chokehold.
It was
Right.
Jon Favreau's Iron Man. That just like boom, like a bomb dropped. And it's still, in my opinion, like the best Marvel movie.
I agree.
Which one?
The first one.
Iron
First
Man.
Iron Man? Yeah.
You know
that's
Jon
good.
Favreau. He directed Elf. He's also an actor. He was like he had some cameos in Friends.
Okay.
He's like really good friends with like Vince Vaughn and stuff.
He
yeah.
kind of looks like Vince Vaughn.
Yeah,
little bit, like-
stockier version.
Yeah. So I used to confuse them a lot.
Mm-hmm.
He also made
really?
like the newest Lion King. Yeah, look him
Yeah,
up.
yeah, yeah.
I'm
Pull up Jon Favreau.
I'm really bad at celebrities. I just don't.
Jon Favreau's great.
Yeah, you're right though. Like, if not for his Iron Man.
Oh, he plays Iron Man's driver.
yeah, Happy Hogan.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's him.
Okay, yeah, I know this guy.
Yeah. So he's like acts in his own movies as well.
Oh, his birthday's one day after mine.
Oh,
Look at that.
when's his birthday? I don't
A
have my
lot,
glasses
lot
on.
older though.
Yeah, a lot
He's a
older.
lot
Yeah. October 19th. So mine's the 18th.
Okay.
Yeah.
When's Batman's birthday?
Yeah, I've always found it to be very strange because like there's been a lot of conflicting things about his birthday. Yeah.
February 19th.
February
Says
19th.
Google.
But like 100%, I have read comic books that have said he's May.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think the only reason why someone would go May is because that's when he debuted
Okay.
during the month.
Okay.
You know what?
I see like his inception birthday.
Yeah.
But his like
isn't February 19th.
I see. Okay.
Birthday. in
But
the
hear me
realm.
out here. Why not just give in to who he really is and make his birthday October 31st?
Fuck yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Just do
shit.
it. Why not?
Who can
Why?
do
Yeah.
that?
Why February 19th? Why did they choose that?
Yeah, to be honest with you, I don't know. I don't know the reason. Like, if a writer had like, maybe it's my birthday.
I think
right?
well, the best people are born in February, I've heard, so it's probably it.
Mm.
It's probably why.
I mean,
Apparently.
yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Sure. I mean, where have you heard that from exactly?
I think it's his
Just
one
people.
of his
Just
own-
people?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's one of his
like a
own.
Yeah,
thing.
Yeah.
He did a study on himself.
Yeah.
He's like,
He wrote down 10 opinions and they were all his.
Yeah, I knocked around my neighborhood.
Is February the best?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Is it?
What's the best birthday? I don't know, March? What'd you say?
One more.
What? Yeah.
One
Did
off.
you say February? Yeah.
February. I knew.
Thank you so much.
I knew we thought alike. Yeah, I don't know. I don't exactly know the reason why they gave him that birthday. But I mean, if it's his birthday, like what in February screams
Batman.
Batman? Is there anything?
Nothing.
No. I can't think of anything. 'Cause-
Valentine's Day?
Yeah, that's not Batman.
No, not at all.
No,
It's
nowhere
like
near.
all I can picture is a birthday. He's in full Batman costume. Everybody's like, "Happy birthday to," and then everyone says Batman. One person goes Bruce. Everyone's like, "What?
What?
What?
Sorry?
What?
Yeah,
Who's it?"
that guy's going to the hospital for a couple of months.
Yeah.
100%. Yeah.
I don't even think Batman should have a birthday.
No, it should not be known.
No.
You know?
Bruce Wayne, I
It
guess.
should be October 32nd,
Oh, whoa.
right? Because Gotham doesn't really exist, so why not add a day
Why not? It's the only month that has a 30-second day.
in the DC universe?
You know what would be wild?
Mm.
They should do that. He shouldn't have a birthday,
Yeah,
right? Only he knows the
Only
birthday.
he knows it.
But even
Never celebrates it.
Alfred doesn't know. And like he's his guardian. So like he has all his files, like every birth certificate,
Yeah.
everything. And he's like, Master Bruce, why are you not telling me when you were born? He's like, don't bother me, Alfred. Leave me alone.
The secret died with his parents.
Yeah, exactly. Some things are just too hard to hold on to. So he doesn't want to celebrate his birthday,
Yeah.
right?
You know, it'd be a twist if Alfred was really his dad.
Whoa.
Yeah.
He just starts weirdly growing like a mustache that looks like Alfred. He's like, Alfred, like I keep shaving this and it comes back the next day.
Yeah.
What?
It's like his mom just had an affair with the butler.
That happened in a show I just watched.
Right? So it's not too far fetched.
It's not impossible.
Maybe in an alternate universe.
Can they change stuff like that, or are things like that decided in the universe?
Okay. You want to head down this conversation?
Yeah,
All
like
right.
I to be candid, I'm not.
Can I pile onto this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does DC have this whole
Yes.
universal thing like Marvel does?
They started it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Once again, once you do it in movies, you are the master. If you have an idea that you write in book or comic, pamphlet, I don't care where you write it. The idea is not solidified until you do it in film. And Marvel did it in film, and they did it first, you know? And then, I mean, DC did it, and it wasn't good at all. But yes, DC does have a multiverse. It's wild. That's actually a big reason why I today don't follow along with comic books anymore, because it is too far gone. It's hard to really keep yourself tied to them. Super expensive too, mind you, unless you read them online, which is possible.
I saw you post about, was it Predator mixed with, what was it?
With DC.
With DC.
Yeah, that was 2004.
Okay. Who were they supposed to be? It was like Predator, like Fantastic Four or something like that?
Yeah, so no, it was just Predators.
Just Predator.
that
with
came
superheroes.
and then came to Earth. And I think they're hunting for the skulls of the Justice League.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not to get
and-
off topic, but I saw you post about that the other day and I was like, oh, interesting.
Well, that's the thing, man. This world is so expansive. I didn't even know that existed. Someone asked me to make a video on like some of the funniest DC moments I've ever experienced. So I'm like, yeah, okay, sure. And then I wanted to also dive into experiences I've never seen, but other people talk about a lot. And that came across me. I'm like, they did a Predator and a Justice League crossover? This is wild. And like, yeah, like it also too, back then, and I mean, we're talking back then, 2004. It's crazy to even say that. But back then, you could get away with doing stuff like that.
Yeah.
Today, if you did a Justice League versus Predator crossover, I don't know how it would stand up with people. They'd be like, this is weird.
Comes off as like corny almost.
Yeah, it's just a little
Um,
strange.
Be a lot of memes about it,
Tons. If
which might be good.
yeah, because then it brings exposure.
Yeah.
If the internet was much more prominent back then, I think it would have. Like because I found like an online comic book of it and I started scrolling through it, and yeah, some of the things that happened in that thing are like, what's going on here? Who created this? Like the Plastic Man turning into a jet. Like he's just a human dude. and
Okay,
he-
what? So I read that.
Yeah.
Who is Plastic Man?
You look up Plastic Man?
Plastic
Can you
Man.
bring
Yeah.
up Plastic Man?
So he's
It seems funny, just Plastic Man.
he's
I feel like you could melt him.
You can.
Oh, there you go.
You can,
Okay.
yeah. He's a really funny character. He's very jokey. He can turn himself into like any like form he wants.
Keep going. I'm gonna grab my glasses real quick
yeah,
so
yeah,
I can read.
yeah. So, yeah, there you go. Right?
This guy looks cool as fuck.
Yeah, yeah. So he can like morph himself into like a plastic bottle if he wanted to.
Okay.
Now, of course, the bottle's gonna have his red outfit. He can't get rid of that.
Yeah.
But yeah, he can form himself into any type of like object he really wants.
And he can make keys out of his middle finger.
Yes, he can.
Inappropriate but handy.
Yeah, exactly. So one of the most popular things about Plastic Man, it is I can't remember the issue it's from, but because he in all honesty, he's a bit of a dog. He's a bit of a perv. He's a hero, mind you. So what he did is he morphed himself into Wonder Woman's bra.
No way.
and just sat there for as long as he could.
Just for 50 years.
This is my new favorite superhero
Yeah.
for sure. Plastic Man all the way.
Can you go? Is there like a brief description of him anywhere? Just so I can like give some context to people.
These two pictures.
Click on the Wikipedia link, maybe. Plastic Man is a superhero first appearing
Police
in
Comics.
Police Comics #1, originally published by Quality Comics and later acquired by DC Comics.
Yeah, so he was never necessarily a DC creation. He was just bought out.
First superhero to incorporate humor into mainstream action storytelling.
I think he's an orphan too,
Okay.
just like many other superheroes.
And his powers is like essentially just morphing into whatever.
Yeah, a lot of people will be like, "Oh, that's DC's Mr. Fantastic," like from Marvel, but
Yeah.
DC does have one. His name is Elongated Man. So clever. Ooh. But yeah, he what's that actor's name? Yeah, this is Elongated Man.
Looks like him and Plastic Man.
Yeah, it's basically like that's my thing. Like I would much rather prefer Plastic Man over Elongated Man. I've never been a fan.
Yeah, no, the name doesn't make as much sense.
He also-
Elongated Man didn't
Yeah.
make himself into a bra.
I feel like he's also a creep. I'm just.
Oh, the guy who played Elongated Man on
Wait.
the Flash TV show,
Oh.
he was fired for being like sexual assault or something.
Whoa.
Yeah.
So elongating
So
himself on set.
you're not
Yeah.
wrong. Yeah.
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 Huh.
And like I mean his wife, right? In the comic books, her name is Sue Dibney, I think. In the Fantastic Four, it's Sue Storm. So
That's why I was wondering because like I see a Marvel movie and then I see a DC movie. I'm like, these are the same. They just kind of like rebranded them.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I wonder how often that happens. Like, do they just have exact replicas of each other's superheroes essentially?
So actually, a lot of the, that's the guy, Hartley Sawyer, who was under some sort of investigation for something. I don't know what he did, but a lot of people, like writers, will work at DC or artists, and then they'll go to Marvel like 10 years later, and they'll create that same character. Yeah, and it's happened. So a vast majority of DC characters have been replicated for Marvel. So it's DC who has created the characters, and then, I mean, not all the time, but a lot of the times it's Marvel who has ripped that idea. Like Thanos, right? Thanos did not come first. It was Darkseid for DC.
yeah, and I know
Right.
Darkseid from the video game.
Yes.
At that last level.
Yeah, Justice League Heroes.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah. So that
And the comics.
and the
Sorry,
comics.
comics and the show. The
Yeah.
shows, yeah.
So Darkseid came first, right? Doctor Fate DC came before Doctor Strange, Marvel.
Oh, similar characters.
Similar characters. Yeah.
Okay.
In like who they are as like magicians and stuff at the very least. This is one I don't know. Elongated Man and Mr. Fantastic. I really hope Mr. Fantastic came first. I really do.
I can't get past Elongated Man. That is so funny
It's
to me.
such a. Could you imagine talking to like a 5-year-old kid? Like, what's your favorite superhero? Elongated Man.
Yeah.
Nah.
That kid has some social.
Yeah,
problems.
and we need to expose him to different characters because we can't
like
let
Plastic Man.
Yeah. Maybe we won't show him the first issue of him exposing Wonder Woman at any point, but we could.
We
Oh,
could.
wow. That brings me to
Yeah.
that. Did I sent you this, right, Drew?
What did you send me?
I was on Reddit the
Oh,
other
you
day.
did.
And it says that DC refused to let the TV show Harley Quinn air a scene of Batman giving oral to Catwoman because they said heroes don't do that.
Yeah.
Do you know any context to this?
Yeah, they simply wanted to have Batman like eat out Harley Quinn, and they said no.
Why?
Or it was Catwoman or something.
No, I think
Oh,
it was Harley.
Quinn, okay.
So okay, funny thing here. Zack Snyder, right, who did Man of Steel, Batman vs Superman, Zack Snyder's Justice League. He's known, and I'm a big fan of his. A lot of
Same.
Thank you. I love hearing it. I love it because a lot of comic book fans are like, he destroyed my favorite heroes. Shut up. So I'm a big fan of what he does. but he can sometimes do like out of pocket things that aren't like, oh, you shouldn't do that. They're just like, whoa, where did this come from? I don't know if it was after that happened. After that, it was announced DC's like, no, you can't do that. Or if it was before. He drew a picture of Batman eating out Catwoman and he captioned it Canon. I think you can find it. It doesn't show anything incriminating, but
So I listened to him. I think he was on Joe Rogan's podcast recently.
Love that. Yeah.
So he's an art major.
Yep.
So like he can actually draw. I need to see this.
He does all his storyboards.
Yeah, like Dallas Villeneuve also
Catwoman.
does that.
Catwoman?
Yeah, Catwoman.
Yeah, it's Catwoman.
I don't want to.
There you go.
So he drew this?
So if you go to images, yeah, right there, the Reddit one, the second one.
Yeah, that tall one. Click that. Over that.
There you go.
What?
Yeah, that's not, I think Andy Machete just posted that because he did the Flash movie. So I think he just posted that as a gag.
But that's Zack Snyder's illustration?
I think he drew that, yep.
Yo, that's wild.
Yeah. And then he captioned it canon, so like it happened. Yeah.
What does that mean, canon?
Canon's like an event in comic books that like it happened.
It's like him bringing that piece of paper that says that is authentic.
Yeah, like that's canon.
Canon's
basically.
like an authentication.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he captioned it canon and posted that picture.
Like, sorry, I just solidified this in
That
the universe.
Batman has done
Batman
this.
just do superheroes have sex then?
Okay.
Or is this like
Well,
So
maybe the Watchmen, but
yeah, which Zack Snyder did as
Watchmen?
well.
is that DC?
Yeah.
Okay, it's technically.
It's just not part of the DC universe.
Okay.
So, okay, to answer that question, I find this actually a really interesting topic because that article you brought up about not letting that happen in Harley Quinn, it's funny because DC, I think their exact words were something about how heroes don't do this. They don't essentially do this.
They're all versions.
Right? And they don't have sex. And I mean, like, already 100%, like a couple of pictures I'm seeing right here. Like, there's Games Radar where Batman is just munching Catwoman's face. Or there's Bleeding Cool where Batman is mounting purple Catwoman over there. Like, come on. Like, are we for real? Are like we know the context behind
It's like
this.
all the comics are just illustrating this tension, but
Yeah,
never
but
committing.
Come on.
Yeah.
We know. So what I think a big piece of this is it's DC essentially saying we in no medium, movie, TV show, video game, comic book, even R-rated animation, because the Harley Quinn show is very Deadpool. It's bloody, it's vulgar, it's nowhere near made for children, like nowhere near. I think even in that context, they do not want DC characters to all of a sudden now be the conversation, the topic of, oh man, Batman pounded Catwoman on a building.
Yeah.
Like, do you guys remember that? That was so cool. They don't want that type of recognition. From a business standpoint, I 100% understand that. However, I'm going to be honest with you. When I look at this picture, I don't necessarily look at this and say this is what Batman will be remembered for. Tell me right now, do you think Bruce Wayne is not doing this stuff? Bruce Wayne's probably wild. He's probably wild.
Do you think he keeps the costume on?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. He probably has a whole room of it. Like 50 Shades, but Batman.
Yep.
50
And
Shades of
I
Batman.
could see like Catwoman like trying to take off the cowl. He's like, no, I'm Batman. Keep it on. Keep it on. Yeah, it's better this way.
Batman. I'm Batman.
Like, so, and like I said, from a business standpoint, I get it. I don't think it's like the biggest of deals.
I think it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I think it's pretty, and it looks kind of artsy. Like it's art.
It is.
That is art.
That is art.
It's not as like vulgar as it could be.
No. And for example, if you put this photo in front of me, I'd be like, oh yeah, that's Batman about to go wild on Catwoman. If you put this same photo and it was Superman and Lois Lane, nah, I'm not for it.
No, really?
Nah.
Why?
Lois Lane
What's
is
the
just-
difference?
She's not a superhero.
First, she's not a superhero, and second, Superman's just
She's a muggle.
he's just too like
No way.
he's boring. Superman, like in that sense.
Yeah.
Like I could not see Superman being like
He's very
You know?
straight aced. Very
Missionary.
like am I
Vanilla.
Am I doing
yes.
yeah
Superman
Vanilla.
is very vanilla.
Yeah.
Lois-
Superman's vanilla.
Lois, am I hurting you?
Batman's spicy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now that's fair.
In Batman vs Superman, there's a scene where Lois is taking a bath and she talks to Clark about how all the have you ever seen the movie?
No, I'm sorry.
No, you gotta check it out.
No,
You've
sorry.
seen it though, right? Yeah. I don't know if you remember, but it's when all the African people in that village get burned from Lex Luthor's men. And basically the media pins it on Superman. So Superman, Clark is talking to Lois in the bathtub and she's basically saying, you know, like this is bad and this is going to get worse. And Clark's like, I did not do this. And you know, I didn't. I'm being set essentially. And then like, as the conversation goes on, he like tries to like kind of make her feel better. And he like whips off his shirt, hops into the bathtub, and the bathtub starts to overflow. And she's like, Clark, you're going to flood the bathroom. And he basically goes, whatever, and goes in on her. I'm like, yeah,
This was in the movie?
that was in the movie.
I don't remember this.
But what I'm saying here is like Henry Cavill Superman, yeah.
Yeah.
That guy's a monster.
Yeah.
That I could see.
I like
But,
Henry Cavill.
right? But like comic book Superman, I just think in some illustrations they create of him, he's just too Boy Scout. It's just you don't know what you're doing, buddy. You don't.
Pull up some like classic Superman, because he's like one of the first. Like this, there's like 1950s cartoons of him,
He's
and
the
that was
first
before he could fly. He could only jump, which is really cool.
Wait, he couldn't always fly? He could only jump at one
just
point?
jump.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If,
What the hell?
if
What
you
the
watch the
heck?
old Superman cartoons from the 50s,
He could only jump.
only jump. Really
That's like the
high.
biggest thing of Superman is that he
Yeah.
can fly, I thought.
Well, the whole intro to the cartoon is
can
like,
jump really
he
high.
He can jump over buildings. And
Yes.
it's him jumping over the Empire
Jumping?
State Building, but not flying.
Not flying.
Not flying? What a
flying.
silly miss. How did they just...
Yeah.
Who decided that?
He's
he
got a
can
cape
jump
too.
really high,
Oh, yeah, he's gonna
He's got a cape. It's just helping him glide.
but can't fly.
Can't fly. If you watch Man
That's
of Steel, the Zack Snyder movie for him, they actually pay homage to that, where he's in the Arctic and he's trying to fly, and I think he's just he's like flying, and then he can't fly anymore because he doesn't know how to control it. So he kind of just does like a big like jump.
from the cart.
Yeah.
Look, go to YouTube. And pull up just pull up like Superman
Jumping?
original cartoon or something like that. Jumping cartoon. Superman jumping. You want the cartoon for sure. Go down, go down, go down, go down.
Superman mental.
Go to. You might have to type in like original cartoon or something, or like 1950s. These look like 2000s.
Yeah.
Maybe you're gonna have to like Superman jumping cartoon original. Maybe.
Oh,
Yeah. See him.
This
Go
one?
down. Go down. Yep, that one there. Try that one.
I can't believe how good
1941.
and it stands up.
That's insane.
Yeah, this thing's
This
crazy.
is pre-World War II. That's wild.
Yeah.
Okay, can you guys hear it in your headphones?
Oh no.
No.
Me neither.
Hit skip. Just so we don't have to advertise Taylor Swift for everybody. Skip. Too late.
Well, we watched the whole thing.
Skip.
You're welcome, Taylor.
Hold on. Pause it for a sec, Drew. Why wouldn't the audio be going? Trying to think here.
Last time you all could hear it and I couldn't.
Yeah, it
So I kept turning up and you guys like, turn it down.
Try that white knob underneath all the headphone mics. Just crank a little bit. Give it a try. That's really weird. I don't know why the audio is not feeding. Anyways.
I don't think there's much talking in this one.
Oh, is he flying in this one?
No, it's just jumping.
The original intro, I remember him just jumping over buildings in Technicolor. I don't know, I'll just scroll through a little bit.
It's actually crazy how well this stands up for being 1940.
This looks pretty good.
Yeah. Because they've added the color in. This used to be black and white, of course.
Oh, right, it would be.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like, it looks solid.
I used to go to that theater on Concession in Hamilton.
Yeah.
And they would have cartoons on Sundays, and they put cartoons before the movies, and they would always have the original Batman cartoon.
Okay.
So that's how I know he never used to fly.
Yep.
Because in those, he would just jump.
Now, I don't know how long that lasted. I'm not exactly sure if
Probably
that was
not long.
No.
This is so good.
He's going to jump.
Unless he flies to it. We'll see. Yeah.
You know what? He was flying in the intro, so I have
Yeah, okay.
Oh, he's flying.
He's
Yeah.
flying, yeah.
All right.
So in 1941, he could
So it's
fly.
got, and maybe it was prior to then.
It has to be 1938 time.
This does look really good, though.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I didn't realize it was so early. I thought it was 50s. So it even came out in the 30s.
The way the building's just flopping around.
Yeah, that's not realistic at all. What the hell?
Maybe it's Plastic Man.
And how did he...
Oh,
Save
shit.
me!
I'm actually the building.
Such a plastic
Oh, man, I really
move
want
to do.
Figure out this audio. It's bothering me. That's right. Next time.
How did we get here? About the
Oh,
Superman
you know what?
jumping?
Superman
Drew?
jumping.
Go to preferences real quick. Apple preferences, like the top left icon. Yep. Go to preferences. Go to sound. Is there like an output? I know it's on the Pro Chat 2.
Output volume is at mute.
Oh, maybe unmute that. Let's try that. It might blast just 4-1. Tyrell.
No worries. Oh,
There-
there you go.
Can you hear it? There you
Yeah,
go.
yeah.
There you
Do
go.
you guys hear it in
Yep.
your headphones?
Yep.
Fuck, I still can't.
I haven't fixed. I don't know. It's
Just
finicky.
mine.
I think I gotta do a
You just
reset
don't
on the
want me
board.
to enjoy
Yeah.
the YouTube.
Even the old music. Turn it up a little bit.
Okay, cool.
I don't know if I'm gonna get flagged for if I put this on YouTube, but I guess we'll find out.
I think you can put YouTube on YouTube.
Is it coming out on the TV?
Yeah,
It's
I
coming
hear
out
it from
on
the
TV.
TV. That's
Oh.
the only volume.
I thought
hear.
I was hearing it here.
Do you hear it from your
So
headphones?
No.
No.
It's definitely
Okay,
coming
well,
out on
good.
the
Okay.
TV.
We're
Alright.
on the same
That's
page.
all
All
right.
right, that's all right.
That bothers me. I want to fix it. I know it's not important, but
Oh yeah, you guys, you wanted to look up like
Him
kind of
jumping.
like pictures of Superman. That's originally where we were. 'cause-
yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Yes. Anyways.
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, crazy. 1941.
Was he the first superhero?
Technically, I think there's like maybe one or a couple before him, but they were not DC or Marvel or really all that popular.
Just like independent. And like, where did I wonder where the whole concept of the superhero even came from. Like having supernatural abilities.
Well, I think at the end of the day, Superman, he has kind of become that embodiment of what it's weird. He's become the embodiment of what superheroes are. If you want to be, if you want to create an idea of a superhero who's really good, who's powerful, who stands up for people, you look at Superman. However, it is funny how it's ironic because you look at him for inspiration, but you don't want your superhero to be him because he's too boring,
It's too vanilla.
He's too vanilla.
Vanilla.
Yeah.
And I find over the years, of course, they've not even movies, comic books too. They've wrote Superman in ways to be far more not black and white. He's very gray in certain areas. But I find Superman is a very tough character to write, not because he's not tough for you as a writer to come up with a story. It's tough with how people will react to it because for some reason, Superman has this really weird fan base where if he is not like the 1970s Superman, we don't want it. And I don't understand. The Superman fan base is very strange. It's very strange.
Yeah, I wonder what their reaction was to Batman versus Superman, because he went a little dark in that, eh?
Yeah. And what I will say, if we're gonna go down this topic, I got a lot to say about this one. So it's so tough because a lot of people will say, oh, this Superman is gritty. You know, he doesn't care about humanity.
And he also, like Batman, doesn't kill for the most part.
Yes, for the most part, yeah. Now, yeah, you know, Superman is so gritty in that movie, and he's not Superman. He's just wearing like a similar outfit, and you know, he's dark. It's like, okay, like I get where you're coming from, but like there's a huge difference between dark and serious, you know, and I think they just took him seriously. It all comes down to this. Could you imagine we were all sitting here right now doing a podcast, and all of a sudden we got a breaking news event that a man who could fly and pick up buildings and destroy planets was roaming around our planet? Like, could you imagine how we would feel? We
Nuke him.
And they did.
Is that what they did? I didn't watch the movie.
Yeah, they did. They nuked him in the movie.
Whoa.
Yeah, and it obviously didn't work. It's kind of a gray area. They didn't necessarily nuke him. They nuked the thing he was fighting, but he still got caught in the nuke. And yeah, so like,
right, and then he's dead.
Yeah,
and then he comes back.
Yeah, can you
Spoiler.
show that?
Spoiler.
Can you show that on here?
I don't know. Let's just do it.
Yeah.
Anyways, and then we'll
type in. It's actually my favorite scene from Batman vs Superman. It's put in Superman nuked.
And while you're doing that, Drew, I just want to figure out the audio.
It is the.
Oh yeah, see, it's coming on the TV. So you want
Roadcaster.
So it is the Batman vs Superman Dawn of Justice nuke scene.
Oh, he looks grim there.
Is that Jon Favreau? Oh, now I hear it in my headphones.
Oh, perfect. There we go.
I don't.
You don't?
No. Do you?
Oh,
Yeah.
that's
Okay,
so...
maybe it's just me.
That happened to me.
It's switched.
Want me to skip ahead of it? Or...
Yeah, go to this timeline bar. Go there.
That looks like I was... That's...
Okay, yeah.
Whoa. 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 Fuck, I need to watch this movie.
We've just lost connection with Metropolis 8 News. Now, it's not clear what just happened.
I'm kind of glad I'm not a super fan because I enjoy all of them.
Me too. I get it.
Yeah,
I get it.
I just
There's
don't-
things to love about all of them.
They're all great, and I know some people are like, this is dumb. It doesn't follow this. Doesn't do this. It's not canon. Blah blah blah. This is stupid.
What is this thing?
Doomsday.
Okay.
So in the comic books, Doomsday is known for the first thing that kills Superman.
Oh, he's just fucking launching it.
Looks like he's taking it into space.
Oh, he's doing like a. Oh, I wonder if. Because I know Iron Man, you know, they go up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah.
One casualty, Mr. President. Superman.
And they get nuked.
Don't nuke Superman.
Do you want to skip a little
It's
bit?
coming here.
Okay, is it
yeah,
coming?
yeah, it's coming here.
Ooh, he just.
He is hot.
For those only listening, we're looking up a clip of Superman getting nuked in. This is Batman vs Superman.
Yes.
I'm gonna cry.
Right?
Oh, there goes the nuke.
I feel like this happened way too. Well, I guess I didn't see the whole movie.
Are they gonna nuke them in the atmosphere?
Yeah.
Above the planet.
So it doesn't.
Does Superman know it's coming?
Yes.
So he's just kind of like, yeah.
He's just keeping him on the course so that he's going to sacrifice his life for this.
Oh, big old bear hug
Doomsday's
with an
ugly.
explosion.
And then there you go. They get hit.
Oh, Batman.
Yeah.
I'm Batman.
Oh, this is Batman versus Superman.
Yeah.
And then I think the next time you see Superman, he's
Okay,
floating
you can
above
stop that, Drew.
Earth, and he's all like just charred and
Yeah.
cooked. Yeah. Yeah, like I mean, a lot of I don't it's so tough to say. Like sometimes I don't understand the fan base if it is hardcore fans of the character or if it is just people who don't know how to see different viewpoints of characters outside of their comic books, right? So like when that happened, all I could think was like this is awesome because if this was the real world, this is how our governments would react. Like that thing versus Superman, we need to take drastic measures. Nuke them.
Send bomb.
Send bomb. Yeah, pretty much. So that the entire movie, because I know you've seen it, but it's probably been a long time since you've seen it. Yeah. So like the entire premise of this DC story, stretching from the first film, which was Man of Steel, into Batman vs Superman, it is about a man trying to discover who he truly is, an alien from another planet who's been gifted these unbelievable powers, right? And the idea of how do I, do what I need to be done, which is protect the planet, but how do I do it knowing that the people on Earth won't want me here? Like, I will not be accepted. People will hate me. They just, So Man of Steel is all about him trying to find himself, and then Batman vs Superman is all about him now being on Earth. People know who he is. But like from the first movie, the city's been left destroyed. People don't like him for that, Batman doesn't like him for what happened in Man of Steel, So it's all about like this kind of like journey of Clark Kent. You want him to be human, right? But if he doesn't act as Superman, you get mad at him. Well, when he's Superman, he has to do things that aren't going to be taken lightly by the human race. You want him to be more human. So then he has to go back to being more human, but now you need him to do things that an alien can do. It's so back and forth, and that's why it's not easy being Superman. However, as someone who's a huge fan of comic books, I see it. I get it. I think that's a beautiful story. But for some reason, a lot of people are like, no, I don't want that. And I don't get it.
Superman fans.
It is a little disheartening. Like I won't lie. Like it's a little hard to see, like, when you guys love something so much, right? And like maybe other people are like, no, stupid, right? Don't get me wrong, there's a lot of people in my boat who like this. There is a lot of people. But there's also a lot of people who treat this like the bane of an existence, and I don't get it.
Yeah, you're not married to it.
No.
I'm married to ideas.
Yeah.
I like everything. I like DC. I like Marvel. I like all the heroes. I think it's all great. And I watch all of the movies with a lot of joy. But I also appreciate people who geek out on it like you. Because it's just like, oh, this is so cool. Like, it goes so in depth.
Yeah.
I go in depth with other things. Superheroes, not so much. But, like Lord of the Rings or Halo, things like that, I'm just, like, obsessed with.
Speaking of which, Lord of the Rings, did you see the new movie?
I saw something about it.
I did. They're making a Gollum movie.
Oh, what? A Gollum one?
specific.
Oh, I thought it was something else.
I've been waiting for this because there's this whole gap where Gandalf and Aragorn were just trying to find Gollum for like 20 years. I forget. Long fucking time. And they never did find him. Because they kind of suspected that he might have the ring, because why would this little thing live this long?
Yep.
So I don't know if the movie's going to be about that gap.
Yeah, what is he, 400 years old?
Older, like 500,
Yeah.
something like that.
Gollum?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Gollum.
So the ring like prolonged his life.
Yeah.
Andy Serkis coming back. Peter Jackson's coming back to produce, right? Yeah, I'm looking forward to that, to be honest with you.
Yeah, and it's going to be interesting. Andy Serkis is acting, obviously. He's like, that's who plays him. But he's also going to direct it. So I'm curious how that's going to go. But he's so involved with like Planet of the Apes and motion capture and like...
He was so good in that.
He's so good.
So good.
And I just watched the new one as well, New Planet of the Apes.
I was supposed to go last week and I got stuck in traffic and couldn't go see it. How was it?
It was good.
Yeah?
I really enjoyed it. Like I've watched this will be the 4th one of this iteration. So I went it was my dad's birthday, so I was like,
Nice.
hey, let's go and see it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like 400 years later, 300 years later.
Somewhere around there.
Yeah, okay. Okay. Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing it. Speaking of Lord of the Rings, because I know you're huge into it, do you watch Lord of the Rings much?
I have watched them.
You've watched them? Okay. Did you guys watch the TV show?
No, I didn't know there was a TV show.
Did you like it?
I liked it.
Okay.
See, like I haven't read the Silmarillion and things like that, and like I was told that Amazon didn't own the complete rights to all the canon. They have now you know what canon is.
They have 13 pages, and that book is like. Can you actually look how big the Silmarillion is?
It's okay. The best.
Can you spell it? How old?
SIL MIRAL.
Oh, right there. Go backspace.
Really?
There you go. How big is the Silmarillion? Yeah, 384 pages.
And it's thick. Like this is not an easy read. This is Old English.
What is this?
This is like the precursor. It's like almost like the Bible to Lord of the Rings. It's like the inception of Middle Earth and all the gods and the Maya who are like Gandalf is technically a Maya. Like he's like a spirit from.
And it's like a bunch of short stories, right?
I don't know.
Yeah, it's wild.
Like I've Wikipedia'd all the lore and they're pulling from the Silmarillion. But like the best reader I know is my cousin Justin, and this guy can just skim through like. He could read the Harry Potter series in like a weekend if you wanted to.
Oh my goodness.
An Animal. And he told me that was the hardest book he's ever read.
Really?
So I was like, okay, I got to steer clear of that one.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, so I guess they have 13 pages to work from for...
It's weird that they only have partial rights.
Yeah, and what I really don't understand, I mean, but this is like me coming from the perspective of I'm a fan of these worlds and I'm a fan of filmmaking. If it were me, I would feel weird. Like I wouldn't feel right trying to make a story about this when I knew I couldn't have everything. Because now you're asking me to pick and choose pages essentially. And then when I get those pages, I now have to craft my own story. And we all know how diehard Lord of the Rings fans are. They're not going to like that. And they haven't.
Amazon's like, touching.
That's what it is. If you go to any, what's the show called again?
Oh, it's called
Rings of Power.
Yeah, Rings of Power.
If you go to like any trailer on YouTube, Rings of Power, it has more dislikes than likes.
Whoa.
It's littered with the same copy and paste comments. Like there's a really popular line Tolkien has. It's I'm gonna butcher it, but it's something like evil cannot create, only destroy. And this is season 1. I don't know about season 2, but every trailer for season 1 is littered with people commenting that evil cannot create, only destroy. And it's basically saying like Amazon's evil, like you're destroying this.
Or Paramount for Halo.
Yeah. I heard about that one too.
Don't get me started. I'll go on a rant.
I heard about that. What are
second season's way better.
Okay.
I feel like if you were to get into it, skip the first season.
Skip the first season.
Skip the first season. They were just trying to cater to new viewership, which is not what you're gonna build a franchise on. You're gonna build a franchise on fans.
Yeah.
Hardcore fans, your core, and then it'll branch out, and those fans will be like, "Hey, to non-Halo fans, you need to watch this."
Yeah.
Don't do the reverse, because then all of the hardcore fans are going to turn on you.
Yep.
Which is exactly what happened. It's just like
Halo show,
bro. Master Chief never takes. It's like Batman taking his mask off and be like, "Hey, I'm Bruce Wayne.
Yeah,
How's it going?" Shaking hands, signing autographs. Like you just don't fucking do that.
Yeah.
Who's the actor who played Master Chief?
I actually really like him.
He looks
and he
good.
plays a great Master Chief. But keep the damn helmet on.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, or take it off. here and there. The first, I almost I almost shut it off the first time he took his helmet off. I'm like, breathe, Drew, breathe. It's fine. Just play this out.
How soon did he do it?
Oh, within, I'd say 10 minutes of the first episode.
Oh, you're not even gonna make people.
They didn't even build up to it. They're just like, boop, helmet off. I'm like, oh, okay. And he also has a sex scene. So it's just like strip down the character to nothing, essentially.
So just some horny guy that doesn't wear a mask all the time.
Sex scene with who?
A character that doesn't actually exist.
Oh, great.
So
yeah, that's the best.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want to talk about it. It's just so anyways, so I don't know how accurate this is, but they somewhat fired like everybody from the first season.
Oh, really?
All the writers, and they just got a new team for the second season, and like I could tell that it was like it improved tenfold, but it's still like major problems. So if they do a third season and then just keep improving it and making it more real to the actual lore and the franchise, it'll be okay.
Interesting. Yeah, I've only I played Halo 1, 2, and 3. That's pretty much as far as I've ever gone. But so even as me, someone who's not a Halo fan, knowing how much he takes the helmet off is weird. It doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make any sense.
No.
And their defense was like, and the actor was talking about it, he's like, oh, we're just trying to connect with fans. And I'm like, well, did you watch The Mandalorian? It works. Like, it does work. You can do it, and it can be successful.
Did he never take his mask off?
Once.
In the games, right?
In the show.
Oh, in the show. Sorry. Oh,
I'm talking about Mando. Yeah.
Has Master Chief ever taken the mask off?
Nope. The only teaser you get is in Halo 4 if you play it on Legendary, and at the very end of the game after the credits, you get his eyes.
Oh.
And that's the most you've ever seen from Master Chief in the entire franchise ever.
So do you still play the games?
Yeah.
Okay. So if they came out with like a new game, okay, and they decided we're taking his helmet off, how would you feel? Game-wise.
I feel like there's been 6 games now.
Okay.
I feel like I'd be okay with it because they've earned it.
Okay.
Would you say the same thing if they didn't do it in the show already?
I don't know. It's
they
a
already
hard
broke
one.
the seal, maybe. So now
See,
you're like,
some hardcore
fuck
fans
it.
will be like, no, never. We can never see what he's like. The other thing is, like, if they kept the helmet on, they could have used the original voice actor.
Yeah.
Which would have went a long way because they have the original voice actor for Cortana.
Oh, for the show.
Same as the game.
Wow.
So if they just did the same with Master Chief, it's like
Yeah, I see what you're saying. They kind of dug themselves a hole by showing you his face 10 minutes within the
pretty bullshit. Like,
Yeah.
and like maybe the last episode of the first season.
there are entire episodes without his armor on. Because they stole his armor, so he doesn't have armor. Like entire episodes, and he's fighting without it on. I'm like, this is
It's not Halo.
like, sure, Bruce Wayne can fight.
Sure.
It's much better if he has the Batman costume, because now he's Batman.
Because now he's got gadgets.
Before he was just Bruce Wayne. Now he's Batman. So it's like, who?
Yeah, no, I get it. 100%. Some things are just not meant to be changed, when you change them from different mediums like game to film. But for some reason, these studios employ people who come up with this ingenious idea of, no, let's do it.
Yeah.
Let's take off his mask.
Yeah.
See,
let's add a sex scene. Let's
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Does he ever have sex in the games?
No.
No.
Because he literally, you never see him without his suit off.
Yeah.
He
So
always
how
has
would he
his
have
suit on.
sex with the suit on?
And also, he's not supposed to be like this emotional person. Like, he is essentially like a
killing
human
machine.
Yes, exactly.
Oh, so does he have emotion? Like
Oh yeah, in the show he does.
like what type? Like,
Sounds like
I don't want to be doing this anymore, Cortana.
Well, the idea is like, I don't know. I don't know if in the game they're just like, we're bred to be these like emotionless robot killers, essentially. Human killers, superhumans.
Mhm.
And in the show, they kind of, angle it as, oh, they're given these drugs all the time to suppress emotions.
Mm-hmm.
So he stops taking this drug and then he gets emotions.
Okay.
I don't know if
I
that
already
happens in
hate
the game.
that.
They're just
Yeah.
like that. Spartans are just permanently, cold.
Yeah.
Cold-blooded killers.
They have their job.
They
And they're
have their
gonna do it.
job, and the only thing that matters is the mission.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
I mean, I don't mind that angle of having to take these suppressive drugs, but it's like,
Mm-hmm.
Sounds like a love story already. Just
It's weird, like, why some people have, in studios mainly, why they have such a hard time making video games into live action.
it's because the creators aren't fans themselves, which I think is what they changed in the second season. They brought on people who were actually fan of the game
Mm-hmm.
and the franchise, and then you can tell that it's better.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas, like, before, it's just studio executives who know Hollywood and know how to make something that'll grab attention.
Yeah. Yeah.
So they lean into like all of the trends and things like that. Like,
Mhm.
oh, people like sex, let's put a sex scene in. Whereas like the fans are like, no, this is against the whole ethos of the character.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
can't
yeah.
do that.
Yeah. And also, a sex scene is not really important to what's going on in the world of Halo.
Not at all. And it strips away what makes him him in the first place.
Mm-hmm.
This emotionless. And it's like the whole magic behind Halo is there's supposed to be this emotionless savior of the human race. They'll sacrifice themselves at a cost for the mission to complete the mission. But then in the games, there's this AI, Cortana, who he develops almost like this romance with.
Yeah.
And it's like the first time you kind of see his like humanity come out for the first time. And then it's like, boom, they throw this sex scene in. And it's just like,
See,
it just
he
takes
loves.
away everything that makes him him.
Yeah.
And it's like, they just, in the game, they feed you just little bits of his humanity throughout the game through this relationship with this AI.
Okay.
And then within the first season, he's got the sex scene, and it's just like, this isn't Master Chief.
Yeah. It's a, like, obviously it has to be, but like they've outright said it's a different universe, like it's a different timeline.
Which is a shame,
yeah.
because like the driving force behind the success of anything, especially a video game,
Is all connected.
are your video game, like those fans, those
Mm-hmm.
hardcore fans, the Batman fans.
Yeah.
Like, you're going to come on a podcast and talk about Batman, and like, I hope people listen and be like, yo, I got to go watch Batman vs Superman now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to.
Like,
right.
It's like only because of like fans who love the character who are going to like,
Yeah.
hopefully project that out into the world.
Okay.
Don't roll your dice on, oh, maybe people will like this if we throw a sex scene in. Like, it's just,
Yeah. What a weird decision. What a strange decision. And like two shows that have adapted games into shows, and they've done it really well. I only watched one of them. The Last of Us.
amazing.
So damn good. Like they took what the game was and said, this is the show.
I've even seen side by sides of cutscenes from the game
Mhm.
to the show, and it's like they're mirroring each other.
Yeah.
Insane.
So good. Now the second one, I didn't watch this yet. I'm going to. I actually I decided to play the game because I needed to know what was going on.
So I haven't played the game. It's downloaded,
Okay.
but I do know what happens. And
Do you
I know.
do you know the game I'm talking about?
I think we're
Are you
all
talking
talking about
about
the same
Last
thing.
of Us season?
Oh no, this
Sorry.
is the other show I was talking about.
Okay, other show. Okay.
I did play both Last of Us though.
Okay.
I did. So
Henry Cavill.
no.
Oh,
He's actually making a game into a universe too. Have you guys heard of Warhammer?
I've heard of it.
He's making that into a massive universe.
Is he like producing it? Like what do you mean? Like, is he making like a film franchise?
Yeah,
Okay.
and he's gonna be acting in it and producing it.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, so pretty cool.
Because he's a gamer.
Huge gamer.
Huge gamer. Like, he almost lost his role for Superman because they called him and he was busy playing World of Warcraft, so he let it ring.
Nice.
Then
Yeah.
he called them back and they're like, "Yo, you got the part." He's like, "Oh, shit."
He has a YouTube video where he's like, I think it's like 10 minutes of him just building his new gaming PC. Yeah, he's cool. Cool
It's
guy.
so cool.
Yeah, super cool guy.
Just jacked Superman, also a gamer.
Gamer.
Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
trifecta.
How can you hate him now?
You can.
You can't. Yeah, the second game though, Fallout.
Yes.
Oh, I just started watching that.
You started
So
watching it?
good.
But I heard the video game is like iconic.
Yeah, so I have a weird history with the game. I tried playing it when I was 16.
Too scary?
Sorry?
Too scary?
No.
Okay,
What?
'cause that's what
Drew,
happened
come
to
on.
me.
He's seen Batman's parents killed.
Yeah, true.
This isn't traumatic for him.
Fallout 3 does have some creepy aspects to it, I will admit. And that's the game I tried playing when I was like 16 years old. And I can't really tell you guys how much I love them, but I love role-playing games. Like, I love creating my own character and making decisions that impact the rest of the world. Like, I love stuff like that. This is why I'm a huge Mass Effect fan, which I'm pretty sure I've told you before.
Yes, I think I've geeked about Halo to you, and you've geeked about Mass Effect to me.
And Mass Effect and Halo have certain similarities.
Yeah, about ancient civilizations.
Yes. So I tried playing Fallout when I was like 16. I couldn't get into it. I'm like, this is just really weird. There's no like boundaries in the game. I can't like if I go all the way this way, I'm like level 3 and I'm getting bodied by level 90 dudes. Like I don't know what to do here. So I stopped playing it. And then I think about 4 years ago, they made Fallout 4 free on PlayStation.
Oh, shit.
So I picked it up, tried playing it, an hour in. I'm like, I can't do this. I just, there's no structure. I can't handle it. The TV show came out, what, a month ago, 2 months ago now? And all I've heard is 9 out of 10, 10 out of 10. And what really sold me is the guy who made the show is Christopher Nolan's brother.
What?
Yeah, it's Jonathan Nolan.
He's the showrunner?
He made the show. Yeah.
What the fuck?
So now,
First off, didn't know he had a brother. Second off, what are the odds he's... What?
if you
Can you bring him up? I'm curious what he looks like.
if you don't get me wrong, Nolan,
What's his name? Sorry?
Jonathan Nolan.
Jonathan Nolan.
Nolan killed it on the Batman, right? The entire trilogy. Yeah, that's him.
This is Christopher Nolan's brother?
Yep.
Interesting.
He also did Westworld.
What the fuck?
Mm-hmm.
Also, big fan of Westworld. I've only watched the first season, but phenomenal.
Yeah, though.
So he's very much into TV. I'm gonna go dive into him later.
Yeah, man.
Can you just click on his Wikipedia? Yeah. Like just two iconic filmmakers. Wow, yeah, there he is with
With his
Chris.
brother, yeah.
Like, what are the odds both of you are that good?
Talented? Insane.
Makes me mad.
I know. I wish I was the third brother.
British American screenwriter, producer. He's creator of the CBS science fiction series Person of Interest, which I've heard before, HBO.
I don't think.
Oh, I do know about him because he co-wrote Memento with Chris Nolan.
Mm-hmm.
I'll
say this too, as a diehard Chris Nolan fan, I don't know if The Dark Knight and The Dark Knight Rises is as good if he doesn't write them, because
Chris.
John
with Chris.
yeah.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
So he co-wrote. So he's almost co-written all
his
his films
films
with Christopher Nolan. That's so fucking cool.
Yep. Yeah, crazy, eh?
Wow, I have so much respect for this man.
Yep, he's great. So when I found out he did Fallout, I'm like, this is it. I have to play Fallout 4. And handcuff me to the controller. I have to play it. I need to get through this hump of the game that for some reason I can't get through. And it took me maybe 2-3 hours, and I love the game. I think it's an unbelievable
I've been
game.
told by the fans, because I'm not so big on RPG, but they're like, if you're gonna do it, do number 4 or Vegas. Vegas
apparently is good. Yeah.
Good, yeah.
So I've been playing it. I'm
nice.
I'm still playing it, and it's great.
Well, like Hayden was telling me, he played a little bit, but the mechanics are a little clunky.
Yeah.
Which will throw me off instantly.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
But
well, the people who made Fallout, like the game, they also made like Skyrim, and
which I've also never played.
You've never played Skyrim?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
That is.
I've played Skyrim.
Because it's such a commitment. Like, I'm full of ADHD.
It's a lot. A lot.
I do a lot of things, and I find a hard time just finding time to dedicate to games. And when I do have time to play games, I play to hang out with people
You need
online.
Sure.
Just to
linear.
spend time to catch up with my brother
Yeah.
or friends. So I play multiplayers.
Yep.
And then after that, what time is left
To play by yourself.
to play by myself?
Sure.
It's very limited.
Mm-hmm. Because these types of games, you're dedicating your own life into the game. Like technically what you're doing, right? You're
selling your life into the game.
exactly
Dedicating time.
Yeah, you are that character.
Yeah.
You are making those decisions. You're dressing them up in different clothes. You're getting new weapons and armor, right? So like these games are not like one-off games. Like they're not an 8-hour story mode. This is something that's going to probably take
It's
you
an
a long time.
investment.
It's investment. So
I've done
Sims.
Horizon Zero Dawn.
yes.
Have you played that?
Yeah, I played the first one.
Amazing. Okay,
Yeah.
I've only played the first. I had the second. I've played Last of Us.
Mhm.
I played the Spider-Man games. I've played a lot of great RPG games, but they're just not like my staples.
Sure. Yeah.
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 More winter time because my winter's a little bit slower.
Yep.
So that's when I tend to play RPGs.
Yeah.
But
A good RPG, just a rich RPG is, when a decision comes across you and it makes you pause the game and walk around the house. What should I do here? I've had so many of those moments with these games. That's when you've made a good game.
Yeah.
So like if you make this decision, this character's gonna die. But if you do this one, this civilization is gonna die. What do I do? So
I've been thinking about getting into, Baldur's Gate
yes.
because, well, I have a friend group who just started Dungeons and Dragons for the first time, and I just kept getting stuck at gigs like in Toronto and stuff, and I just couldn't make it back in time.
Mm-hmm.
So Ashley took my place.
Okay.
So now she's in this
She's
D&D
in it?
for the first time ever.
Wow. Okay.
So she's made this character. She's done a couple things. So I still haven't played, but I've been meaning to go on Baldur's Gate because it's essentially a digital D&D turn-based. Yeah.
That's crazy about Dungeons and Dragons is that like 10, 15, maybe 20 years ago, if you told people like, yeah, I play Dungeons and Dragons, it was like, you're a loser.
You're a loser, yeah.
I don't get it. I look at Dungeons and Dragons, I'm like, this is awesome.
You know what I think it is? Was Stranger Things popularized it.
Yes. Yeah. Which, believe it or not, I have not watched it. But no, I haven't.
Oh, so good. So good.
What is it? The Hellfire Club? I think is in that
something like
in that show.
Yeah, I have not watched it.
Their D&D group's called the Hellfire Club.
And I've heard a lot of D&D things from Stranger Things. That's
Yeah.
how I kind of know about the show. But yeah, I don't know what it is.
It's cool. It's like a video game, but in person. That's a board game.
Yeah. It's great.
There's some people in Hamilton that want to do a Hamilton one. Again, I'm just like, I don't know when I can find the time, but I'll try. And Josh wants to be the dungeon master. So
It looks like just a ton of fun once again to create your persona.
it's cool,
Right?
And if you die, the character's
it's
gone.
done.
You lose that character.
It's done.
What?
Yeah.
There are games that have been going on for like 20 years, and like there has been a guy in this D&D game for 10 years, and he died, and you're out. You leave, and then new people come in. There's this.
So you can't hang out with your friends anymore?
Well, it's this famous.
Get outta
It's this
here.
famous
Like, what the
D&D game, and people rotate in and out. And when you die, you don't make a new character. Like you leave, and someone else comes in. So this one guy has been at this table for years and years and years, and he died. And I could just imagine
And
the heartbreak.
Yeah.
all
Fuck.
all like your high level weapons that you've garnered throughout your years gone. Your
Gone.
armor gone.
Gone.
Everything.
It's like
Yeah.
building a car and then having it just explode and be like, oh, fuck.
That's
Well,
it.
I
In
rolled the
front of
dice and my
you.
car exploded.
In front of you, you can't do anything about it.
Yeah.
And
And
you're
your
just
friends are just waving at you goodbye.
see ya, man.
Bye.
guess. Fuck.
Yeah, it's
What a
crazy.
brutal game.
I know.
I think in Ashley's last round there was like they were stuck in a dungeon and there was a skeleton. One had a ruby eye and there was like something else, like a crystal heart. And if you took one, it was fine. And then my greedy friend Trevor took the other one, and then just shit went down. Someone died. She left the room, recreated a new character for like an hour, came back. Yeah.
That's wild.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like imagine, right? Like in real life, if you've done something, I mean, I don't want to make it sound this desperate in a way, because it's not. But imagine you've tried your entire career to get to a point in what you do, right? And then all of a sudden you get fired after 10 years. Now all of a sudden, what do you do? Where do you go from here? You have to start from scratch. That's what's happening with the D&D characters. Like, imagine doing this for 10, 20 years, and all of a sudden,
Insane.
you're done.
Insane.
Yeah,
It makes
it's
me
crazy.
want to do it almost more, but less at the same time.
Yeah.
Can you
It's
Google
like,
something
I
for
want
me?
to do it, but I also don't want to.
There's this company that makes custom D&D tables,
Oh, wow.
but also double for a regular table if you don't want to just use it. But
Okay.
it's got these wooden slots. I don't know what they're called, but they got these wooden slots, and you just put them at like a notch, and you put it in, boom, drinks, boom, snacks.
Oh, cool.
They have like for your dice, like,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
it's this company that
$10,000 on Etsy.
Oh, there's a 13 grand.
So much money.
custom, I guess.
I could make that
You could make that.
for $10,000. I could make so many of them.
Probably make it for under $1,000. Source, although wood's expensive.
What's that tabletop gaming one down to your right?
That one?
No, the other one. Yeah,
Oh
this
yeah,
one.
that looks cool. That looks like some Illuminati shit.
Oh, wow.
Interesting. Oh, so you have a like. Oh.
They got beer taps.
Yo,
Whoa.
let's go.
All right, how much is this? Let's
That
get it.
is so cool.
That's crazy.
We're gonna throw out the podcast table and get this.
You would never need to leave.
Drew has worked for a local brewery here, so he's very much.
Wow.
I'm also into. Our next guest is a brewery owner.
Yeah.
No way.
He came to the yoga studio yesterday. I was like,
Really, Tyler?
Yeah.
Huh.
Wow.
Okay.
It was his first time.
Okay. Nice.
So I'm like,
Did
because
he-
I've met him and talked to him, but I was like, I'm gonna see
We-
you. I said next Friday, and he looked at me confused. So
We got so confused because I mixed the podcast up with yesterday, and this guy's named Tyler, and your name is Tyrell.
Then there it is.
So he's mixing up Tyrell and Tyler. I'm mixing up Friday with Thursday. And like,
okay.
it was just, yeah, that's what happened.
Well, because I stay up like really late, like working on stuff, right? So like by the time I'm up, sometimes it's like 10 or 11. And when I woke up, I'm looking at my phone. I'm like, oh, okay. Because you sent me the screenshot of what we were going to talk about. I'm like, okay, cool. And then I went, did he say today? And I went, and I'm like, hold on, today or tomorrow? And then that's when we figured out it was supposed to be tomorrow.
I just mixed the days up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was excited to get you here.
Oh, we were
Yeah.
gonna do
This
the
is like
count.
our first like guest that I could like nerd out with. I'm sure listeners are like, whoa, I didn't realize Drew was so like into video
that stuff?
games and like obviously cinema.
Yeah,
but,
yeah. Actually, speaking quickly of cinema there, I'm not done the show, but I am watching it. And
For Fallout?
no, this is another show.
Oh, okay.
It's
So before we continue,
yeah.
can I go on a pee break?
Yep.
And then I'm
Go
gonna
pee.
grab
Do you want me
another.
to press the pause button?
Does anyone else need a break? Okay, go on a rant if you want. I'll be right back.
Do you want me
Sure.
to pause it?
No, keep going.
Yeah.
Rant to me about this
Okay.
show.
All right. It is already one of the best shows I've ever watched, and I'm not even done it. I'm not even done the show.
Holy shit.
It's only one season too. There's only been one season, and just based off of what I watched, it is so great. Have you watched Shogun?
No, but I've heard a lot of good things about it. I
Oh,
heard
my-
like cinematically, it's so good.
Unbelievable. It came out maybe 2 or 3 months ago now, because they did episodic releases. And when your show like has 10 episodes in a season, I usually like to wait and then I'll watch
Yeah,
it
you
when
can
it's all
binge it.
out.
Yeah.
So the show is
Waiting sucks.
God, it does. Remember like when we had to do it on cable for 22?
Oh yeah, you didn't even have a choice.
22 episodes?
Yeah.
Like I don't want to go back to those
You couldn't
days.
pause it. Yeah.
Nope.
You gotta go pee. You gotta fucking run.
And then if you recorded it, you still got to wait, because
Yeah.
now you got to wait for it to finish and then
Yeah.
watch it the next day.
Yeah.
So, sorry. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Can I have a beveruni?
Oh my
Beveragino?
goodness.
Oh, you want a Guinness?
Oh no, I do not right now though. I gotta do yoga later.
Okay, I'm gonna drink a Guinness.
It is late. I'll have a.
Sorry, continue.
All
Sorry
good,
for
all
the
good.
interruption.
Wait. I want something. Too.
Oh wait. Do you want
something?
You want something?
Give me a tasty treat.
Does it matter what you like?
No, I'll like anything except that.
How about this one?
No, not that. Give me one. Sorry. Yeah.
This one?
No, left or to the right. Yeah.
Okay,
There,
you go,
that's
there you
perfect. That's the best one. I would have drank the other ones, but I had my eye on this one. I was just hoping you were gonna pick it. I'm like, he's gonna see it and he's gonna get it to me.
I'll try it too.
Okay, before I forget, the
Yeah.
one other show that we were talking about, you said there's another one. It's Warhammers or whatever with Henry Cavill.
Yeah.
What about the other Henry Cavill show?
Oh, The Witcher.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he's
I
not
really like that.
He's not doing it anymore.
Yeah, because he wanted to do other shit.
Yeah, so he wants to do other stuff, but also the producers of the show pretty much like laugh at the lore of the actual game. They don't want to follow along with it.
Really? I don't know the actual game. See, that's
I
where I
only-
was going to ask you about.
I only played 3, so I don't
Okay.
know about 1 and 2. But for Henry Cavill, that is a smack in the face because he loves The Witcher, right? So for him, he's like, yeah, like I can't be part of this show anymore. Actually, if you look it up,
Oh shit!
You're not gonna believe what just showed up.
oh no way, are these the Batman masks?
I was really hoping these would get here so we could start with them.
No way.
Fuck.
I was gonna surprise you and just whip
Just have
out.
them on?
Just whip them out and put them on, and we were gonna do it.
I mean, I have
They smell like China.
signed autographed one here.
That one's
but, you know,
cooler, but
I
oh
don't-
my goodness,
this
I'm nervous.
definitely-
Do they have?
I scoured
holes
all
for
sorts of stores to
podcasts?
find ones I could buy in person. Oh my god!
See, like the thing is, this thing is not tight, so let's see if I can find a way. Oh my god, that is
I don't know what it
hilarious.
looked like.
Let me see, Drew. How do we do would this
I don't know,
work?
the
If we
headphones.
just put them.
Can I still hear?
Oh yeah,
No, can you?
it works.
I can't hear. I can hear you.
I can hear you.
I'm gonna have to like sit like this, because if I sit like this, it's gonna fall.
I'm Batman.
That's hilarious. You just found these on Amazon?
Yeah. There's obviously like trying to
I
like.
think we need to cut
Trying
holes
to-
for the headphones.
Okay.
Not really. But
Your nose is like broken. Okay, yeah, that's good. That's good.
Put my long nose in it.
That's hilarious.
Okay, there we go. I think I figured it out.
Perfect. This is the Batverse.
This is clickbait for the
One-
internet for sure.
oh,
I think we'll have to
100%.
go around and.
I think
and
each
give our
time you
best.
come on, it's just I'm gonna be in a more elaborate Batman costume.
another piece
Just
of the costume.
upgraded every single time.
Okay, we all have to go around one by one and give your best. I'm Batman.
Okay.
You go first.
Damn it. Okay. I'm Batman.
Not bad. You want me to go?
Yeah.
I'm Batman. Oh, that was good. You got more raspy and low there. That was good. I'm Batman. Oh, that was good. That
Tyrell
was a
for the
winner.
win.
It was
I-
smooth and
I'll tell you,
practiced.
I studied Christian Bale so much. I'm like, how does he do the voice? Because he always has the I'm Batman. I'm Batman. He's protruding the lips all the time. I'm Batman. I'm Batman. I'm Batman. Yeah. So,
Springs.
Do you know who my favorite is? Is Badman from College Humor.
oh, what's his name?
He's a stand-up
Oh,
comic.
that's funny.
Pete.
Pete Dave. No.
No, Pete Davidson. Pete Holmes.
Yeah, Peter. Yeah, Pete
Yeah,
Holmes.
I think that's his
And
name.
I'm gonna drink a black beer, and I just
There you go.
subconsciously picked it.
There you go.
I don't know how long. I'm gonna have this mask on for another 10 minutes.
Yeah,
and
this
then
thing
I
keeps
think
sliding off.
the fumes of it are
you're not
gonna suffocate me.
About Guinness. Are you a Guinness drinker with the ball? You know about the ball?
I am. Yeah.
The ball.
Look at that. That's a pro pour.
It's supposed to fit perfectly, so I'm just gonna have faith and leave it.
If Batman would drink, this is what he'd be
Oh,
drinking.
you didn't have
Nah.
faith. You didn't have faith.
How much is left?
Just like a touch.
Oh, it would have went over. It would have went over.
feel
I
like
think
that
he
would've
would
went
have
over.
too. Yeah,
It
yeah.
would've
This
went over.
came with a Guinness case though, so and it's just me to be like a like a touch, like a touch bigger.
I bet it all fits in, but not. Like you could probably get the rest
It's
of it.
empty now though.
Oh, it's okay.
But the
okay.
ball's supposed to like help.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
Interesting.
Yes.
Yeah. So I was telling Drew about Shogun.
Talking about me or Drew?
Drew.
Me, Drew.
Drew.
But now I'm talking to you, Drew.
Drew.
To both Drews.
Okay.
Yeah, we're talking.
Okay, I think I follow.
Yeah, I'm talking to Drew Squared now.
You're talking
Right.
about Batman.
Yeah, I'm talking to
A
Batman.
lot of people say that. Drew squared.
Drew Squared?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's not the first time I've heard that.
No, I'm sorry. The mask is killing me on you.
Yeah, I'm
'cause
taking it
the,
off.
the nose is just broken.
I don't
It's
know
the
how
smell.
to like.
It's the
I
smell
need
for
to
me.
like
I feel like I'm just inhaling.
rubber.
Rubber.
You do have to wonder how long, how does he keep it on so long?
Is that nose broken?
He's
You gotta
getting
wear that one.
Paid. If I was getting paid to wear that, I'd do it.
Sponsor us.
Yeah, Batman. Batman. So
Drew feels justified to wear a Batman mask.
Something happened to this Batman, and it's not good.
I'm committing. I should just commit to it.
Yeah, you should, because now the one eye is like up.
These were like they weren't too expensive, so I wasn't expecting much. But I was like, I'm not gonna get the half mask. If I'm gonna buy a
Yeah.
mask, I'm gonna commit and make it to get the full.
I wish this thing stayed on tighter. Like the string is so loose now. I don't think it lost its
Hey,
structure.
can we talk about for whoever's listening about the mask you're wearing right now, Tyrell?
Oh yeah, sure.
Super cool.
You know, what, let's take it off here for a second.
You don't have to take it off.
No, I'm gonna show the autographs.
Okay.
Okay. So, got this as a birthday gift, and all right, this camera would probably be best.
Yep.
Or,
Yep. Probably that one. Yep.
So, from what I believe, we have Michael Keaton's autograph here, and then Christian Bale's right here, and then Ben Affleck's on the top here.
That's so cool.
Yeah, it's awesome.
I was working with a producer yesterday, and she's a Batman fan.
Oh no way!
And she was asking like, oh, like who does he have? Like up until who? Like up until Patterson? I was like, I don't know. He just said major Batman actors, so I guess
Yeah.
I'll find out.
Yeah, the only one, I mean, if you want to count like Clooney and Kilmer as major Batman actors, yeah, I don't have them. And
Yet.
and Pattinson. To be honest with you, if I ever came across George Clooney, I'd probably hide it. I'd be like, no, don't sign it.
Are
But
you?
why?
I don't like Clooney as Batman.
No. I don't know. I've never seen Clooney as Batman.
He's the one with the bat nipples.
What?
Yeah, look that up.
Was Michael Keaton the first feature film Batman, or was there one before? Because before that, it was just the show.
Adam West. He did a movie though.
Adam West.
There's a movie. There's also another guy who played Batman, but I don't know if he was movie or show.
Okay.
Black and white though. It was black and white.
Okay.
Oh, he does have nipples.
Yeah.
So the original Batman actor from the show, I was reading another thing yesterday. I just hit the Batman algorithm. I think it was on Reddit also, and he used to have like these lavish orgies apparently. Like he would
Who's
sleep.
this? Sorry.
The original TV show Batman.
The one in black and white?
Yeah, like the original Batman Robin from like way back in the day.
Not Adam West, right?
Which one's Adam West?
Adam West is the one who's like he wears like the gray and blue suit. Yeah, that one.
Maybe. Yes, him.
Him?
Yes. Yeah, he used to have these wild. You could probably look it up, Drew, but he used to have these wild like orgies essentially, and he would sleep with like 8 women at a time.
I could see it. I could see it.
Yeah,
I think
Yeah, it was Adam West.
I mean Batman, don't get me wrong.
This circles back to our
There you go.
He was kicked out of an orgy.
Oh, kicked out of one.
kicked out of an
He
orgy.
wouldn't stop playing Batman.
Oh my. So we have our
That's
answer.
awesome.
He leaves the costume on.
Yeah,
Oh, so he
basically.
stays
has
on.
sex.
Always, at all times. He's like, "Hey, ladies." Actually, look up. It's called Batusi. I call it Bat Bussy though.
Matt Bussy.
It's actually I think it's spelled Batusi. Yeah, the Batusi dance, that one.
Oh no.
Just take in this is who Batman was before what he is today.
She seems to like it.
So was this originally black and white?
No,
Okay.
I don't think so.
Anything I can do for you, sir? Check your tape?
Ringside table, Batman?
Just looking, thanks. I'll stand at the bar. I shouldn't wish to attract attention.
Does he have his own dance?
Yep.
How have I not heard of this? Oh, this has got to be like the 60s.
If you scroll ahead a bit, go.
Batman's
Keep going ahead. Okay, here you go. There you go.
Oh,
You shake a pretty mean cake, Batman.
It's nothing. It's yes.
Oh yeah, he gets drugged, I think.
Yes.
My drink.
Okay, so then if you now if you skip ahead to here, yeah, here you go.
I gotta ask, do you know this dance? This is I mean, how could you resist not dancing?
Oh, and then he starts beating him up. I forgot about that.
All right. I've seen it.
So, this is who we were dealing with back in the 60s.
Wow.
So, like, back in the 60s, though, that's like, yo, Adam West is hot. This guy's cool,
He
right?
doesn't look as buff. He's got a bit of a beer gut.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say he didn't
Yeah,
look
yeah,
like
yeah.
he was in
Too
the
many,
best shape.
Yeah.
Too many Guinnesses.
But now today, he's like lifting buildings on his own somehow. You know, I think actually this is true. His workout routine is in the comic books. He needs to, whenever he works out, lift at least 1,000 pounds.
Whoa.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
To really get that pump.
Yeah, really get that going.
Get that pump on.
Yeah.
Like talking deadlift, bench press.
There's been a couple of different. I think like he's even done like leg press, and
Leg press?
he's like pressing up his Batmobile.
See, that
Wow.
seems superhuman.
Yeah, he's not human. Let's make this very clear. He's not human.
He's not.
Batman.
I thought
He's-
Batman was a little orphan boy.
He's human, but they don't write him human.
Oh.
No, they write him as if he is a super soldier of sorts.
Ah, because that's everybody's defense about if they want to shit on Batman. They're like, oh, he's just a human with a lot of money.
Yeah, look at what some of the stuff he does.
Yeah.
Right?
But he's actually has like superhuman strength.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a comic book panel from the 2010s sometime, I think, of Batman holding up a burning building while people are trying to escape. And he's flat out like holding up the building.
I think it's.
I mean,
Sorry.
oh, down a bit. Yeah, there you go.
There we go.
Oh, it's broken again.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
it's all
here we
right.
are.
Broken nose Batman.
I'm gonna hashtag that.
Broken nose Batman.
Broken nose.
I'm broken.
Broken nose, Batman.
Sounds like he can't talk right. Broken nose.
A little Mexican in there.
I feel like it would be kind of nasally, like, you know what I mean?
I don't know how you would.
Broken nose.
There you go. There you go.
That's
yeah,
what it would sound
that's
like.
good. That's good.
Yeah. I mean, he must have had his nose broken a few times.
Oh yeah. Once again, a history of seeing Batman, like he'll take off his shirt and he's got bruises and stitches and he's just beaten and battered, you know.
Yeah,
So.
hickeys.
Noise.
From Catwoman.
Yeah, all over his back.
Yeah, or Mr. Freeze, who knows?
Oh, maybe
You never know.
the cold would add to it.
Yeah. I got who's your favorite Batman villain?
Oh, that's tough. I could go really.
I would say let's make Joker default.
Okay, yeah,
So besides Joker,
Scarecrow.
Scarecrow?
Yeah,
He seems so underrated in the films, but maybe not in the comics.
Yeah, I think once again the entire thing about Scarecrow is he is just a human. He wears a creepy scarecrow mask, right? And he's got a toxin, but if you can battle the toxin, then how is he really that much of a threat, right?
Yeah.
However, that's not how I see it. Like Scarecrow, if utilized properly, could be one of the deadliest foes Batman would ever have to fight. And I would even stretch it out the Justice League. If he was used properly, like Superman would have a hard time, Wonder Woman, stuff like that. Yeah, Joker, I agree. Keep him as a default. I think it's so hard not to include Joker. Like, especially too when you see what Heath Ledger did with the character.
I was gonna ask, like, was he that iconic before Keith Ledger, or was Keith Ledger that made that character?
Well,
iconic?
there's Mark Hamill who did the
Oh,
cartoon,
true.
right?
Yeah.
Have you ever seen Mark Hamill's? Oh, yeah.
You know who Mark Hamill is, yeah?
No idea.
He's
Luke Skywalker.
Oh,
Yeah.
same actor.
So he did Joker for cartoon.
I was like the Michael Keaton Batman costume where he has to.
Oh yeah, he can't turn his
gotta-
head.
Got to turn
Yeah.
like this.
If you put Mark Hamill Joker, this is what I mean. It's not. It doesn't look like him, but there you go.
I like the cartoon.
Yeah, he does the animated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably. Wow, he's 72. I did not know that. Probably the best Joker I think I've ever seen.
Okay.
Yeah, Mark Hamill.
Okay.
I think he would be the best Joker. If he was younger, I think he could do Joker in live action.
Actually play it, yeah.
But outside of that, yeah, Heath Ledger is on another level of like totem pole. Like he is the best of the best that I think we've ever seen. I'm personally not a fan of Jack Nicholson. I was not a fan of his Joker. I just don't think he really looks the part. I don't really think he fit the part either.
It looks very prosthetic-y.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
And he's too Jack Nicholson.
Yeah.
That's the problem
But
I
I
have.
think they're just like, yo, Jack Nicholson's kind of out there,
That's-
shining. So like, hey, you just be you.
Yep. Yeah, and that's
Yeah.
maybe why people liked it. Then there's, of course, Jared Leto, which,
What's your
Yeah,
opinion
everyone
on that?
shat on him, did they not?
yeah. And I think it's not necessarily his fault. I think it's what they were going for with the movie. Like, the first photo they ever dropped of his Joker, they had him with damaged on his forehead, like tattooed. And I'm like, come on, man. Like, what are we doing
Too
here?
much exposition just right there.
Yeah.
On his
and,
forehead.
and,
Just-
and like his laugh is so distinct. Like in, I don't want to say in a good way. Like, for example, when the Joker laughs, you guys can imagine the Joker laughing as like, like this cackle, like it's loud and it's heavy, right? Well, Jared Leto had this weird like screeching laugh, like the
Yeah, I don't want to mimic it because
yeah, right.
people are gonna comment.
So, I mean, it wasn't like, in my opinion, the greatest So actually, this is another thing about me. I'm very open-minded, unlike a lot of comic book fans can be. I'll take any interpretation of any character. I don't care. If you want to make Batman do A, B, and C, sure. If you want to make Flash do A, B, and C, sure. As long as it flows within a particular story, I'll accept it. So I would have been okay with Jared Leto's Joker being that way if there was a particular story behind it. But the thing is, we never got that story. And
It was Harley Quinn's movie, right? That we kind of saw him in?
and the Suicide Squad.
Yeah, and Suicide Squad. So.
Yeah. And apparently, like, Jared Leto, I guess he wanted to like mimic Heath Ledger's like kind of persona. He wanted to what's that term?
Character acting?
Yeah. What is the term though? It's
Method
the
acting.
method acting.
Yeah.
So, yeah. He wanted to like get so deep into it the way Heath did that what he was doing is like on, I guess it was Margot Robbie's birthday on one of the days they were shooting. And he sent her like a birthday cake and then a gift with like a rat in it. And it's like, okay. Like, what did that serve?
I feel like you could method act
Without doing that?
pestering co-stars.
Yeah, he sent her a rat, and like the rat jumped out of the box and
Oh,
started.
he's like alive.
He's
I was gonna
alive.
say,
Oh,
not
okay.
even a
I
dead
think
rat.
it was
think-
like baked into the cake or something.
Oh, yeah. That's just. At some point, if I'm the director or the producer, I'm walking into Jared Leto's trailer and being like, buddy, I know you love the role, but you have to tone it down. Like, bring it all the way back. Because I don't want stuff like that. I think that stuff is weird. You know, when Heath Ledger method acted, he kept it to himself. Right?
Yeah. He pretty much locked himself in a hotel room.
Yeah. Yeah. But when he went on set, he was friendly to everyone. You know, there's even people saying that when he was on set, when he wasn't in a scene, he was over by like the food table, like
chatting.
eating and chatting with people while a scene was going on in the next room.
It's like he's developing the character as Method.
Yes.
And then when he's on set, he's still Keith in between.
Yes.
Yeah.
But then Jared Leto sends you a rat, you know?
Yeah. It's like, well, you've seen Fury, the tank movie.
Yeah, with Brad.
Shia LaBeouf.
And yeah.
Like apparently he didn't shower for like 3 months.
Who?
Shia LaBeouf.
Yeah, I heard
Because
he's
like
pretty
you don't
fucking
shower when you're in a tank crew. And like all the other actors were complaining about his stench. It's like
hilarious.
how it's like, yes, there's definitely something to method acting, but it's like, how far do you go?
Like, if you're an actor, right, can't you act the smell? Like, oh, this smells terrible.
I think
Why?
I think
I
he
don't
has a
know
good
if it's
point.
like-
I think it's like a feeling, like
The method
just
of not
imagine,
bathing.
Imagine not
Yeah.
bathing for a month and then being in the tank acting. It's like you're just the uncomfortable feeling that you have. Like
This,
I think it just would show on your face a lot more.
and I can picture Shia doing that. Like, guys, imagine I didn't shower for 3 months.
And
Right.
And you're
I
like, please
love-
don't.
Please don't do
that.
it. No.
I love Shia LaBeouf. Like I
too.
like him.
Mhm.
I like all the movies he's in, but I know he's a little out there, and I know he's caused some issues and stuff.
And it all stemmed from that paper bag thing.
Yeah,
I'm not famous anymore or whatever.
yeah.
Yeah.
What paper bag thing?
He went to a red carpet premiere and put a paper bag over his head, and it said something like, I'm not famous anymore.
Oh, why?
I don't know.
Now he's more famous.
Now he's more famous than ever.
Yeah.
Just do it. Right?
Yeah.
Just do it.
Just
Did you
do
watch
it.
his film that he made about himself?
No.
Oh, where he played his dad?
Yeah,
Yeah, I did not see it, but I heard it. I heard solid things.
pretty good. I know it's not 100% accurate, but it's like what he went through.
What he went through? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, for the gist of it. So it's like, yeah, it's
Because
what is it called? Something boy.
he was a childhood star, right?
Even
Yeah, and he
Stevens.
like kind of lived out of motels with his dad, and his dad was like a clown from like,
Oh,
like
really?
an actual trained clown.
For like carnivals and
I
stuff?
think so.
Oh, wow.
And his dad was really hard on him.
Oh, he should be the next Joker.
And then I think, and then he went from like Family Channel, Disney, to like Transformers, stardom.
Yes.
Just like that movie
God.
exploded
Yeah,
in
Megan
Hollywood,
Fox,
and just his fame just was like
Huge.
And he was already famous from even Stevens and stuff, but not that famous.
The one I remember him from, because when I saw him in Transformers, obviously we were all younger. So like at that point, I think when that movie came out, I was maybe 12. So for me, I was like, oh, I know that kid. I remember him from that Disney movie.
Holes.
Yes.
Oh
thank you.
shit! Yeah, no, I
Yes.
think Holes was like the first step for sure. For
Yeah.
him, 'cause
Yeah.
that was an iconic movie.
That's the movie I remember him from.
Didn't
I
have
think that
Megan
was in
Fox,
the middle
though.
of
No,
even
it did
Stevens.
not.
Didn't have
No.
Megan Fox.
Yeah. That was a good one.
Mm-hmm.
That was a good one.
Mm-hmm.
I did really enjoy it. And then he was in a golfing one pretty young. There's a famous golf movie. he was
Okay.
in.
Okay.
Don't know what that's called. Bring up Shia LaBeouf's movie history.
Yeah. Let's look
And
at it.
then I think it was roughly Transformers is just like
Huge.
huge.
Still to this day, I think the first one, is the best one that they've made. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
Absolutely.
Disturbia. There's
Oh,
another
that
one.
was another great
Yes.
one. I don't remember it fully, but I remember it.
That's
being-
another great one.
That was like the neighbor was doing. He has
He's
on
a
house
serial killer.
arrest. Yeah, and the
Yeah.
neighbor was yeah.
Yeah. I forgot he's in that Megalopolis 2024. That's the new Francis Ford Coppola movie.
Really?
Yes.
I'm happy he's still acting then.
He's
I
in
thought he was
Surf's Up.
done there for a bit.
Yeah, so Megalopolis is him and Adam Driver.
Ooh,
Yeah.
that's good.
Apparently, the movie is not being taken lightly. It's like this movie is weird and for no good reason at all. Like I think it's sitting at a 38 out of 100 right now.
Like on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah, which I don't listen to Rotten Tomatoes. Let's make that clear, but
Yeah, he's had quite the.
another one he was in iRobot.
Yeah.
Oh, he was an iRobot.
Yeah.
He had a little cameo there. He
Yes.
was like, yeah. I forgot about that.
He was in Constantine.
Where's that? Up, down?
To the left. Yeah, right there. Really? Constantine's a DC movie.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Huh.
He was also in Surf's Up.
Oh, he was. Eagle Eye. I remember that one.
Oh, Eagle Eye was a good one.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, Lawless with Tom Hardy.
That was great.
Really good.
I really enjoyed that movie.
Yep. That's it. Honey Boy.
Honey Boy.
That's the one you were
Something
talking
Boy.
Yeah.
Honey Boy.
Yeah.
I think he like wrote it, directed it himself. That kind of thing. That's a really good movie. Cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, the Joker, we still haven't talked about Joaquin Phoenix.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. You know, it's what's interesting about Joaquin Phoenix version of Joker is he is so departed from who Joker actually is. So what DC does is they'll have their main continuity, which is, you know, the story that spans from the beginning to wherever they're writing it, right?
Yeah.
Then they have a brand called Elseworlds. So Elseworlds is basically if someone has an idea for these characters that don't take place in the main universe, you can write your own story about it and it takes place on another Earth in the multiverse, right? Joaquin Phoenix Joker is like the perfect Elseworld story.
Yeah.
He's Joker, but not quite. It's a little different. It's an Elseworld story. Like, that's not a Joker in my mind who would go up against Batman,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
But he still has that Joker flair to him.
Well, he almost
Very
gets it. He
dark.
gives it
Very,
like a
very
schizophrenic
Yeah, eerie.
spin on it. Like,
Eerie and
did that whole thing
uncomfortable.
happen in his head?
Yes.
You know.
Yes.
So.
Are you guys gonna watch the second one?
Oh yeah.
I will, but it does. I didn't like the trailer. I'm like, what the what the heck?
Apparently, more than half the film is a musical.
Yeah, that's what I was getting, and I didn't like that. I hate musicals. I hate
You know
musicals.
what? So I went to see Wonka.
Mamma Mia. No.
With
Timmy?
Timmy.
Yeah.
And most of it's a musical. Where it's just like I'm not
Didn't
big on
mind that.
musicals.
Didn't mind that one though. It had a lot
See,
of nice
I didn't like
odes.
it.
It had neither did Summer. I liked it. It had like a very tasteful amount of odes.
I
to
thought
the
it was
original.
too much music and it was too childish.
Wonka's a musical?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I didn't love Timothy as it. He wasn't crooked enough. He was
Yeah, he
too
wasn't- But it's because they're trying to make it too PG, I think.
Yeah. I just don't think
That's the problem.
Like Jim Carrey, but like that kind of
Or like Johnny
attitude. Yeah, like that kind of twisted,
that quirky, almost like
ability-
black humor.
Depp?
yeah, the ability to just like kind of, I don't know how to explain it.
Like turn it on and off.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
like be a little bit. I forget what word I was using.
A little creepy.
creepy, a
but
bit dark. It wasn't dark.
A little
enough.
dark.
Socially
Because
awkward.
if you watch the first one, like,
Yeah, the OG one.
I'm blanking on the actor's name, but
yeah. God damn it.
The old one.
Gene
Yeah.
Wilder.
Yes.
Gene Wilder.
Yeah.
His interpretation. Well, he
Yeah.
was the first Wonka, but like, you could tell he's not all there.
No.
Yeah, dark.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whereas I think
Like, oh, these kids are dying.
I think
oh, no.
Timmy's
Whatever.
portrayal of him is like he's pretty quick-witted and he's making this factory, this
many jokes.
brand, and I don't know. Anyways, let's not get off topic.
Yeah.
Musicals.
Joaquin Phoenix.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that.
Musicals, I'm not really in for it. I'm not a huge fan of those types of movies. It's weird. If it were up to me, the Joker is such a good standalone movie. You didn't need a second one. And
Yeah, I agree.
Right. And if your answer to a second one was, oh, let's make it a musical.
Fuck you.
If yes,
I'm just sorry, but
I'm
That's like
sorry.
Master Chief taking his helmet off.
If I was in the writer's room, right, and they said, we're making a Joker 2, already in that room, or the executive room where they're making the decisions, already, if I'm in that room, I'm like, okay, all right, like, I'll hear you out at the very least. What is it about? We're going to make it a musical with Harley Quinn. Okay.
is it
I'm
out?
done. No, not yet.
Okay.
But at that point, I'm like, no, I'm done.
Oh,
Let's
and that
not
makes
do
sense
this.
because
Lady Gaga.
Lady Gaga is playing Harley Quinn, who's a singer.
Yeah.
Maybe it'll be good. Maybe it'll be good.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say anything, but I hate it.
So I am more than happy to be proven wrong. If it's good, it's good. You
First
know?
one was so good.
This
though.
first one is so good.
Made you so uncomfortable watching it. Like
Yeah.
it was like that's like a lot of emotion.
Yeah.
I would
Comes
say it's
out
like
when you're
one of the
watching it.
most down to earth, realistic takes on Joker.
And almost hard to watch.
Very hard to watch.
Yeah.
Uncomfortable. Yeah.
You know what made me so sad in that movie is I felt so bad for him when his mom went to the hospital. And he kind of just felt like he was absolutely alone. No one looked at him. No one paid any mind to him. And then he grew this idea in his head that the girl next door to him in the apartment building was the only person who cared about him. Because I have this idea, and it's all up to personal interpretation, but I have this idea that she not once ever spoke to him. But he has this idea that he entered a relationship with her, right?
Yeah.
That was my interpretation.
Yes.
Yeah.
So what I felt so bad for him is that he is so truly alone that he had to almost convince himself,
Manufacturer.
yes, that there was someone who did care for
It's
him.
that false reality.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get chills just thinking about that movie.
It's so sad.
It really dives into the psyche,
It does.
which I think a lot of people are like, this is too heavy.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Whereas, like, you see Keith Ledger's Joker, you're like, yo, this guy is fucked.
Batshit
But
crazy.
you don't dive into his mind.
No, because that's not the story, I guess.
Yeah.
He was scary in a different way.
Yeah.
Which is interesting, actually. Somebody a couple of years ago dived down into Heath Ledger's Joker as much as he possibly could. Every single aspect of that movie that Heath Ledger was in, they tried to pretty much break down that character to the absolute core. And they came to the conclusion that likely who that person was before he became the Joker in The Dark Knight, he was a therapist psychiatrist for soldiers in the army.
Isn't that also Harley Quinn's background, psychiatrist?
She's a psychiatrist, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but that's what they came to the conclusion of for Heath Ledger's Joker. And the reason why they came to that conclusion is because of his manipulation and kind of the way, like, he knows anarchy to the absolute max, right?
Yeah, like a science.
He knows how to take a city or a country and crumble them down, right? I'm not saying that like that's what our militaries are used for, but a military would know how to do that to a city or a country. And he knew how to specifically inflict terror on an entire city to almost back his mindset. You know, he viewed anarchy as the only answer. And he almost got a city to view anarchy as the only answer. And that's what's so impressive about his character. So they came to the conclusion that he probably worked as a psychiatrist for the army.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That's cool.
It's wild.
Like, yeah, knows the psyche, but also the tactics.
Yeah, insane. And then there's the new Batman with Robert Pattinson.
I haven't watched that one.
All right. Well, they
Not interested in it, really.
as a Batman fan, I can't sit here and tell you it's bad.
Is it good?
I liked it. I really
Okay, yeah.
did.
Maybe I'll
I
give it a
thoroughly
chance.
enjoyed it.
Yeah. However, I'll say I think it's the most overrated great film I've ever seen.
And by that you mean
So
Too
it's
much hype.
Yeah, way too much hype.
Way too much hype.
It's awesome, but people treat it like it is one of the best movies ever made. They treat it like, oh, a movie that finally understands Batman. Oh, a movie that has saved the perception of Batman. Okay, hold on. Batman has never needed saving of perception. Every single Batman thing we've ever gotten has been good in its own right. So I feel like a lot of people just put way too much praise on the film for being a great film, but like no reason to sit here and be like, this is a godsend movie.
Yeah. Okay.
That's how I feel about it.
I'll give it a watch, but I won't.
It was very artistic, and like I could dive into the whole cinematography side of it, but I feel like we'll save that for another podcast.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
they had some beautiful lenses, and like the same DP as Dune, and
Oh, that's right.
I'm blanking on his name, but Greg Fraser.
Yes.
Yes, he DP'd that, and that I think is it the same director as like 1917? He's a playwright. He's like a play theater. Do you mind just looking
Yeah,
that up quick?
Yeah. Am I looking up?
What did they call this one? The Batman, right?
The Batman.
Yeah.
Yep.
The Batman director.
Oh, Matt Reeves.
Matt Reeves.
Yeah.
That's it.
He did Planet of the Apes.
Yes.
Yeah. That's what he's very well known for.
And he also did. Did he do a Godzilla movie?
No, Cloverfield.
Cloverfield. That's
Yes.
it. That's what I'm thinking.
It's the Cloverfield movie that's all taken from a camera.
Yes.
Yeah, he did that one.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. And yeah.
He's really good.
Yeah.
He's really good.
Yeah. I really like him.
But speaking of the Joker, they did feature a Joker in
In
this
that
movie.
at the end.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's a huge, yeah, he was at the end.
You know who plays him? Did you watch Saltburn?
No, I don't. I've
Did
never
you
heard of
watch
that.
Saltburn? Okay. Anyways, well,
Oh,
that guy
man.
plays the Joker at the end of this.
Yeah,
Who's
look up Barry Keoghan.
Very.
And yeah, right there.
That's him. So if they do continue this,
That's
I would
the Joker?
assume
That's
that's
him.
who's going to be playing the Joker. So.
If you go to images
yeah, I'm sure it'll show a Joker version.
and
of
then
him.
put Joker beside his name.
I don't know what to think about this guy.
There you go.
Woo.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
Okay.
like look at that image. That's terrifying.
Yeah, that's terrifying.
They really went horror almost.
Yeah.
I would say.
Do you know how he landed the role?
No.
It's interesting. You actually can see it right there. Entertainment Weekly, second row to the right. Yeah, right there. That is his audition for the Riddler.
Oh. He was at the-
Yeah.
oh.
Yeah, Geek Tyrant right to the bottom there. That's what right there. He did an audition tape to be the Riddler for the movie, and he lost out to Paul Dano. And
Who is also amazing.
amazing.
Yes.
And then Matt Reeves is like, "Would you like to be the Joker?" I guess, and he
Fuck yeah.
I
took it.
guess.
Yeah. So
this is very frightening.
it is very frightening. He's very from what did you watch the deleted scene? Because they released a deleted scene that's
I
like
have, yeah.
6 minutes.
I
Yeah.
have.
So
Just on YouTube.
it's a 6 minute clip of like Batman and Joker talking to one another. That's not in the actual movie. They had to take it out because it was too long. It's a 6 minute clip of them talking. They posted the deleted scene, and he's very like he's not what you would imagine the Joker to be.
He's almost like talking to the Riddler as like, it's okay. Everything's gonna be okay.
Yeah,
There's a
like-
plan. Like he's like soothing him almost.
I'll be your new friend.
Yeah, I'll be your friend.
Yeah, yeah. Once again, as the Joker always is, very manipulative, but it's not in the way I almost imagined him to be manipulative. Like when I think of the Joker, I think of someone who's like, out of his mind, whacked, and he's dancing around, laughing. He's got a crowbar across his shoulder. He's got like a joke gun when he shoots it, and it says pranked ya on it, whatever. This Joker, he almost feels like, I don't know how to explain it. Like when you watch the clip, you would be able to kind of explain it on your own, but to kind of describe how he acts, it's so strange. If that's how he will end up looking, though, that's wild because he looks screwed up. Like, look how like swollen his mouth is.
It almost reminds me of Jack Nicholson's a little bit.
Somewhat.
Yeah.
It
Like a
looks almost
combination
a
of
bit
Jack
too much.
Nicholson's and Keese with the scars.
Mm-hmm.
Oof. Scary though.
Very. Very. His teeth don't look like they belong in his mouth. Like it looks weird.
Like this one looks like I like this one scary. These ones look a bit like too much. Like,
So that's what he looks like in the movie. Yeah.
Like look at that.
Yeah. What?
Yo, that is
That's horror.
that is horror.
Ugh.
That's scary.
Wild.
Like that is not for kids.
No.
That's not for kids.
That could have also been their call. Like, we know kids are going to come see this Batman movie.
Yeah.
This Batman movie is already a little R, so we got to take this out.
Kept him in a little bit.
Yeah.
oh, that's from the deleted scene.
This is the deleted scene, yeah.
Yeah, you see him like a little bit in the movie, but they don't show much of him.
And usually it's very blurred. You don't really see much.
Yeah, and it's quick.
Yeah.
Cuts.
Yeah, it's okay. It's all right. Like I once again, if I was making a Batman film, this isn't the direction I would have gone in.
Yeah.
But it is what it is.
It's cool. I think it's great that each creator or filmmaker or what have you is just kind of putting their own take on it.
Mm-hmm.
And then you can see different aspects and how different creators kind of perceive Batman.
Yes.
Or put their own spin on it. Because you don't want a new film to come out and be exactly the same as the last one.
Sure.
Because otherwise you might as well just have Christopher Nolan continue making all the Batman films.
Precisely.
So it's great.
Yep.
It's great to see. I like the contrast. I like
Yep.
all the different takes on them.
I always tell my viewers, I say, why I prefer like DC Elseworlds over the main continuity is because I love the freedom of expression of other people. I would never have come up with this. Is it something I love? No, but I'm open to the idea of it because if you can give me something that I never thought of, I'll love it at the end of the day, So I love when people just kind of do their own thing and don't conform to what, it should be like this.
Yeah.
So,
Well, we're past the 2-hour mark, but we'll just wrap it up
yeah.
soon. Why to the people listening, like, why Batman? What are some qualities that you like of Batman?
Yeah, I like his I do like his loner style. I like how this is a guy who pretty much thinks he can do it all on his own. He does not really need anyone. But he's also at the same time somebody who is too afraid to admit I do need someone. I think Batman is also a character who can be related to a lot more than other characters. And I know a lot of people will say, well, no, he's rich. How can you relate to him? He dresses up as a bat. I mean, realistically, that's not what you're relating to the character. You're relating to him the fact that he is a human and that he has gone through hardships in his life that other people like us have either gone through or gone through something similar. And I don't mean you don't need to have lost your parents to understand him. You just simply need to have gone through your own problems to understand what makes a man like him feel so desperate, And I think something about Batman that's so interesting more than anything is that he defies the odds. This is a human being who is standing up with gods. He's working with Superman and Wonder Woman and Flash. Superman, who if he really wanted to could destroy a universe. Wonder Woman, who is a demigod. The Flash, who is faster than anything ever known in science. Green Lantern, who has the property of a universe. He has a structure on his finger that is the power of the universe, and he's standing up with them. Like, how do you not like that?
It's pretty cool.
It's pretty cool.
And he wears all black.
And he wears all black.
Like, come on.
You know, he's got cool. Yeah, if you want to simplify it, he's got cool cars. He's got cool gadgets. He's got cool suits. He's rich. You know, yeah.
Got a mansion.
He's got a mansion.
Got a Batmobile.
He's got a Batcave.
Come on.
How do you not like that, right? But then when you really look at it, who he truly is the core of his character, how can you not appreciate the underdog?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And I know a lot of people will be like, oh, the way he's written, he's not an underdog. Like, he's always beating people. And it's because he is the underdog. He has to beat people. He has to be written that way. And I don't know what it was. I mean, I was always a Spider-Man fan. And then the minute I saw Batman Begins, it changed everything for me.
Yeah. Interesting.
It flipped it on its head.
Nice.
I'm like, Batman's it.
That's the one.
That's my guy.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Where can people find you?
Yeah, so you can find me on a couple of places. I can even send you the links too
Sure,
if you
yeah.
want to
I'll
plug
put
them
in the captions.
Yeah. You can find me on YouTube. It's T.M.M. The spelling might be a little tough sometimes, but to do it perfectly, it's all capitals. It's T.M.M. and then another period at the end. I'm also on Instagram for, I think it is Ty Multi Media. And then I think it is on TikTok as well as Ty Multi Media.
Nice.
Yeah.
And what do you do on these channels?
So for YouTube, it's pretty much what we've been talking. It's all Batman, not all Batman stuff, but all DC stuff. I'll get into the descriptions of, like, you know, movies. I'll get into more comic book related content for people who want that type of stuff. And then pretty much on Instagram and TikTok, it's clips from what I've done on YouTube and then throw them on those platforms.
Sweet.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, shout out to you, my friend.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me on
cool.
here. Yeah, this was fun. This was great.
Yeah. Thanks for sharing your passion of comics
Absolutely.
and superheroes
Yeah.
and
Batman. And Batman.
And we're definitely going to have you on again.
I would
feel
love
like
to.
We could have just gone on.
There's a
forever.
lot. Yeah, there's a lot.
There's a
left.
lot. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, whenever you guys want, I am around. You let me know.
Awesome. Fantastic.
Hell yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Until next time, everybody. Thank you.
All right. Cheers.
And Batman.